Kiss 92.5 studios in Toronto, Canada.
Are you ready?
Ladies and gentlemen,
This is Roz and Mocha.
it's Roz and Mocha. What's going on?
Hey guys, this is Bruno
This
Mars.
is Selena Gomez.
Chainsmokers.
Lady Gaga.
Calvin Harris.
Celestia Cara.
This is Ed Sheeran.
You're listening to my boys Roz and Mocha.
Roz and Mocha.
My boys Roz and Mocha.
The Roz and Mocha Show.
Ready to go.
Between Roz and Mocha, who is your favorite?
You guys are so funny, man.
Congratulations, Lisa! Wow!
You just won $1,000.
Amazing. Y'all just made my entire morning. Keep it up.
You guys are awesome, man.
This is the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to try to put everybody to sleep right now.
Okay.
So, I've been reading a
Mission
ton of...
accomplished. You're so boring.
Okay, shush it now. Shush it. There's apparently this, it's like they in every article, they call it a military secret to falling asleep. But the more you sort of read about it and get the sort of technique behind it, a lot of people say, my God, this is like it foolproof, like it helped immediately. It's not necessarily designed to fall asleep while you're in a bed, although it does work very well for that. This is more designed for people in the military where you have to catch a quick nap, whether you're in a car, on a plane, in transport, whatever it is, where you, like, if you have a moment to sleep, always sleep, like that kind of thing. And they say it is that it's 4 steps. So I'm going to try right now with you, Mocha. You need to be seated, Mocha.
Oh.
You can't stand for this. That's dangerous. If you are in your car right now, feel free to play along.
Not if you're behind the wheel.
Especially if you're behind the wheel. Anyway, so I'm going to try and put everybody to sleep right now. Mocha, you are seated. Maury, you are seated.
Yes.
Shem, you are seated.
I am.
Okay, everybody can hear me just fine. I'm wondering if we should put some music on or something in the background.
Does it
for
say to
this.
do that?
No. Okay, we'll just do
It's
it.
always nice.
No, but don't
I
mess with the
always-
system. Don't mess with the system.
I
Yeah.
always have like nice soft music playing
You do,
before I fall
huh?
asleep. Yep.
Okay, well, if you're at home right now or in your car, just follow along, okay? So it's 4 easy steps, and they say that by following these 4 easy steps, you can fall asleep in 2 minutes. Okay, so the first thing you need to do is relax.
Sorry.
The first thing you need to do is relax in your seat. So if you are sitting, which you all are, put both feet flat on the ground and your hands on your lap. Then take slow, deep breaths and focus on relaxing every muscle, but only the muscles in your face. So close your eyes, take long, deep breaths, and focus on relaxing only the muscles in your face. Let your forehead, your cheeks, your mouth, and your jaw just go limp.
Oh, it's amazing.
Deep breaths in and out, and only concentrating on relaxing the muscles in your face. Now we're going to go to the upper body. So let your shoulders drop and just sort of relax the back of your neck. Don't let your head fall, but just keep your neck relaxed. Then, starting with your dominant side, so Mocha, that would be your left.
Yeah.
Just let your bicep, your forearms, your hands, and your fingers relax right where they are.
It might be a little tough because I'm so swole.
I'm telling you, man. Okay, nobody say anything. I don't want to hear from anybody. Okay? Like, how hard is that? I don't want to hear from anybody. I'm trying to put you all to damn sleep, and none of you'll shut up.
Okay, I'm relaxed. Bro, you need to follow these steps. You need to relax right now.
Okay. Take slow, deep breaths. We already did that one. Damn it. Okay, so relax your upper body. Did you let your shoulders drop yet? Yes. Y'all relax your necks? Yes. Okay. Then starting with your dominant side. Here we are. Let your bicep, your forearms, your hands, and your fingers all relax. Just make sure they're numb. Now, do the same thing with your lower body. Start with relaxing your thighs. Tell them to relax or just think it. Then move down to your calves and your ankles and your feet. Do one leg at a time. So start with your right. And we're going to start with your thigh and just relax your thigh. Then put that relaxation over your knee and then back to the back side of your calf and then down to your ankle and then your feet and just relax them one at a time. And then clear your mind for 10 seconds, almost like a meditation, and just focus on your breathing. Focus on your breathing. You don't have to count. You don't have to keep track. All you're going to do is just focus on your breathing and keep your eyes closed and focus on your breathing. If anything starts to feel that it's not as relaxed as it should be, go back to that part. whether it's your shoulders, your neck, or your thighs, or your calves, or your feet, and just relax them. And then go back up to your hands and make sure your hands are just fully relaxed. And just focus on your breathing for 10 seconds. How's everybody doing?
It's nice.
Okay, Mocha, you are such a jackass. You're incapable of this. I keep
What?
watching you. You're peeking. You just keep opening your eyes.
Yeah, because I want to see.
No, you're spying. You're spying.
Yeah,
You're spying.
I want to
but
make
that's,
sure.
but that's not. I don't need you to keep track.
Well-
I'm fully capable of keeping track on who's asleep and who's not asleep.
I think
were peeking.
you need to relax.
I don't need to relax. Obviously, you're the one that needs to relax.
You're the only one in this room that's getting so worked up.
No, but look
Like,
at Shem. Look at Shem.
Shem is down and
I
out
know.
for the count.
I know. Thank you, Shem, for being a team player and actually taking part in this and like taking it somewhat seriously. I really appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
I really do.
No, the three of us, myself, damn it, Maury, and Shem.
Yeah,
all
Shem.
relaxed.
Yeah.
Well, I just didn't know where my calves were.
See, this is what I'm saying.
Okay,
you know
now
what I mean?
that's ridiculous.
This is what I'm
Yes,
saying.
I agree.
This is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like I
Maury-
can't. Yeah. I can't.
You know where your
deal.
calves are.
I try and do something nice for you guys and put you all to sleep. Right? Okay, somebody tap Shem, would you? Just gently, Maury. Gently.
Maury, don't
Gently.
scratch his arm.
Yeah, don't rub him. I said just tap him.
Oh, Shem, wake up!
Don't rub him. Don't rub him. That's super weird, man. Nobody likes being rubbed awake like that, especially at work. You know what I mean?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I want to play something for you real quick here.
Please.
Now, I have to go into detail and explain a little bit because of what you're going to hear, okay? So there's this girl, she's breaking up with her boyfriend.
Okay.
And her roommate is in the room at the time
Okay.
filming the whole incident because the guy's being just
It's a
like
bit invasive, but sure.
so dramatic. I don't know whether or not to believe this video, but it still sounds funny, okay? So the guy can't take the breakup. He's not taking it very well. And in the process, she's like, well, I'm sorry, but you have to leave. And then he goes, well, I can't leave without my keys. And then she throws her keys at him, or she throws his keys at him, right? And it like hits him like in the arm or the chest or whatever.
Sure.
And then he freaks out, like it hurt him, right?
Okay.
And then she says, no, seriously, you have to leave. And then you hear a thud. That thud is him hitting the ground, throwing a tantrum like a toddler. Listen to this.
I don't believe this already. I don't even have to listen to it to know I don't believe it.
Do I need to beg on my knees?
You need to.
Come on!
You need to get out of my house.
You said you loved me. You said it!
I just need you to leave. This is too much.
I don't even have my keys. I don't even know where my keys are. How am I supposed to go?
There you go.
Ow! Oh! Now you're abusing me? Stop!
Okay.
Yeah.
Did you believe this for 1 second?
Here, let me show you. Can I show you the video?
No.
I'm going to show you the video.
Oh, God. These are the worst actors. People got to stop doing these fake videos, man.
Okay.
Facebook's notorious for that because I think there's a thing on Facebook where you're not allowed to actually prank somebody. So everything has to be staged.
Okay, watch.
Do
Yeah.
I need to beg on my knees?
Okay.
Come on!
You need to get out of my house.
You said you loved me. You said it!
I just need you to leave. This is too much.
I don't even have my keys. I don't even know where my keys are. How am I supposed to go?
There you go.
Ow! Oh!
Okay.
Now you're abusing me? Stop!
Yeah.
And he throws himself on there.
Okay. I'm gonna get you to wind back that because the way that he delivers that line, right? You said you used to love me. This is somebody who clearly has been in at least 3 high school productions. Okay? Listen to the delivery.
You need to get out of my house.
You said you loved me.
Okay.
You said it.
Okay, that's high school level drama. Okay,
think so?
that is high school level. Maybe I wouldn't even say grade 11 drama. That's like grade 10. You auditioned for one spot, you got in the sort of chorus. You didn't get a lead
this
part.
Whole video's fake.
Of course.
You said you loved me. You said it.
Okay, you got to be kidding me. Also, he starts freaking out about the keys before the keys even touch him.
Well, maybe he saw the keys. He saw the keys coming at him,
I don't even have
right?
my keys. I don't even know where my keys are. How am I supposed to go?
There you go.
Ow! Oh!
Okay.
Now you're abusing me?
Okay. Wait. Do we have time? Maury, get in here for a second. I need an actor. I need a real actor to come in here. Okay. Maury, what productions, if you can just sort of run through the list right now, what actual network productions have you had parts in? Excuse me?
Murdoch Mysteries.
Yes.
Frankie Drake Mysteries.
Thank you.
I also did Private Eyes.
Right. The
And that's
dog
all.
show.
Oh, yes, Hudson and Rex.
Thank you.
Oh,
Okay.
you were also in a commercial for Subway sandwiches, right?
Yeah, but I
Subway?
didn't have a speaking role in that.
Oh.
Okay, but the eyes, though. It was the eyes. Okay,
I
so
don't even have my keys. I don't even know where my keys are. How am I supposed to go? Ow! Oh!
okay,
Now you're abusing me?
okay. So let's do the "you said you love me" part. Okay. So I need you to hear the way that this man delivers this line.
You said you loved me. You said it.
Okay, you said you love me. You said it. Now show it. Tell the people how an actor actually delivers that line.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay. You said you loved me. You said it.
Same thing. I don't know what's going on.
You said you loved me. You said it.
One more time more.
You said you loved me. You said it.
You said you loved me. You said it.
You said you loved me. You said it.
I don't know. I don't know if I made. It feels like I made a mistake asking more.
Can I get one more time?
Okay.
I forgot my trick.
Okay,
What's your
You
trick?
said you loved me. You said it.
You said you loved me. You said it.
The stutter. The stutter.
So you mean I don't get to throw my keys at Maury at all?
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hello.
Hey, it's Roz and Mocha. I need clarification on this text you just sent to us.
Oh, yes, please.
What's your name?
My name's Rob Johnson.
Okay. Oh, wow. First and last. All right. Rob Johnson texted and said, my partner at work makes me listen to you guys every single day. Listening to that stupid laugh, I now know how prisoners in Guantanamo Bay felt subjected to Nickelback.
Wow.
So who's that? You talking about my laugh?
There it is. There it is right there.
Who's in the car with you?
That's my partner at work.
Okay.
And, she subjects me.
Okay.
So why don't you like the why don't you like the laugh, Rob Johnson?
It's like nails on a chalkboard.
Oh, wow.
But that's how I laugh.
I know, but it is for me. You know, I mean, much like everything, everybody has their own taste, and it's just not to my taste.
You have to like it a little bit. Otherwise, I don't even think that you would have texted in.
He likes it. Don't let him lie to you.
Yeah. I think that normally when people don't like something, they don't have this sort of deep desire to be recognized by that thing they don't like.
You might be right.
Oh, no, I am right. No, I am right.
No, but
100%.
I guess I understand a little bit from the side of Rob Johnson, because when people don't like something about, like, let's say a celebrity or a thing, you can go on Twitter and voice your opinion, not thinking that the person that you're talking about is going to ever respond to you.
But as soon as we called you, you gave us your first and your last name, Rob Johnson.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
I'm completely fine with it. I'm completely fine with that.
Okay. So now here's what I think. I think that you would feel differently about the things you don't like. Say you don't like Mocha's laugh, nails on a chalkboard, etc. I think that you might feel differently about it if you were able to do something to make Mocha laugh.
Now, what would I do?
Tell a joke. Tell a joke. You got a joke? What's your favorite joke?
Oh, you won't like it. You can't even put that one on air.
We'll bleep it.
No,
we'll bleep it. Rob Johnson, we'll bleep it.
He has nothing but man jokes.
Tell your joke.
Oh, I know
Tell your joke. Tell your joke, Rob Johnson.
Rob Johnson doesn't want to say the joke.
Why?
He doesn't want to tell it because it's a filthy joke.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want his partner, a female, sitting in the car next to him to look at him differently.
Yeah. Or
just as bad as him.
No.
I think that Rob Johnson doesn't want to tell the joke because he's afraid it won't make you laugh.
Is he not as funny?
No.
as he likes to think?
Yeah, no, I'm not as funny as I think I am.
Okay, Rob Johnson, tell your joke.
Okay, you certain?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
This is a terrible joke.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. How do you get a to...
How?
Oh my God! Rob Johnson, that mouth on yours, sir. Wow.
I told you.
Yeah, it's all making sense. It's all making sense now, Rob Johnson, as to why you may not find this show funny.
Oh no! Wow. Okay.
Did that woman you're in the car with just jump out the window?
Oh no.
No. Okay.
We've worked together for many years.
All right.
Okay. Well, what's your name?
Oh, my name's Jen.
Jen. All right. Well, thank you for spreading the word. about the Roz and Mocha show to Rob Johnson. And we appreciate you guys. We love you guys. I don't know how I'm feeling about that joke.
I will, just to let everybody know what was bleeped. If we aired even a part of that joke, we legitimately, as Rob just said at the beginning of this call, Mocha and I would legitimately be sent to Guantanamo.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly. Hey, before we let you guys go, Jen, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Mocha.
Rob Johnson, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Oh, it has to be Roz. That laugh.
It's still with that.
We appreciate you guys. You take care.
Thank you. Have a great day.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So, you know me, I think I'm a 10.
Wow. Okay, then.
You know what I mean, right? Thank you, Maury. There's parts of me that are a 10. Other parts that are not a 10. I'm not an overall 10.
Okay.
Right? Depending on the framing, I'm a 10 or I could be a 2.
Okay. Like your knees are what?
I don't have good knees.
Oh, okay.
Right. But even inside, like personality-wise, there's certain parts that are a 10. Other parts, if you focus on, again, 2.
Yeah,
Right?
majority.
Yeah, thanks. But get in on this with us, please. So the question was, what is something that can take somebody from a 10 straight to a 5 or a 2? Or whatever it is. Like when you, and a 10 can be anything. Like, I don't mean like some sort of overall universal, we all need to agree on what a 10 is. We all have our own idea of what a 10 is, okay?
Yeah.
So it's subjective and it's personal. It's not some sort of overall thing. But in your mind, what can take a person who you feel is a 10 straight down to like a 5 or lower? Because they put a list together here.
Oh, okay.
So what would you say? What would you say?
Ego, absolutely.
So arrogance is number 1 on the list.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. What's something that can take somebody from a 10 to a 5 in a hot second? Littering is number 3 on the list. Littering.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
Somebody who litters, I guess.
Yeah. Constantly talking over people, damn it, Maury. That took Maury from a 4 down to a 1.
Ooh, zing.
Oh, zing. That hurt, huh? Sorry, Maury. Do you have a list, Maury? What do you say? What would bring somebody from a 10 down to a 5?
Absolutely.
Why are you bringing in your giant cup right now?
Oh, I need to wet my whistle.
Okay. That again, that giant cup right there, that's another thing that brings you down. Okay. What's on your list?
So, about myself?
No, not about yourself, about other people.
I wrote about me.
Why?
Oh, I don't know.
Like, what would bring
if
you
I
down?
wanted to bring me down from a 10.
Okay. Anyway, enough of you. What are people on text saying?
Let's see here. Nose picking.
Oh,
Somebody else said,
really?
How they speak to people who serve them, which I would tend to agree.
Yes.
How
you treat servers. That is a huge one.
Yeah.
How you treat servers.
I was going to say, in general, like beyond servers, like how I see you treating other people or speaking to other people would automatically bring that 10 way down.
I'm going to say something that might be unpopular here.
Here we go. It's going to bring you down to a 0.
It's no. I'm going to say something that's unpopular, and it's not even on this list, but something that would immediately bring somebody from a 10, I would say down to a 2, is somebody who cares a little too much about their life on Instagram.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to be like the Instagram boyfriend taking your pictures for you.
Yeah.
And you don't do things with me because it's not Instagrammable. I think that life online to me is the most unattractive thing that somebody can do.
Yeah.
Have you put any other thought into this?
I was going to say somebody who doesn't want to take selfies.
Oh, dang.
So you went the opposite way.
Yeah, because like if you're not willing to take pictures, like if something's cute,
right,
or if we're having a moment and
damn.
you're not going to want to share the moment,
right,
that's a turn off.
That's a turn off for you, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. No, I would. To me, the perfect person is to. When's the last time I posted on Instagram? I was thinking about this the other day.
Months ago.
Somebody
Somebody
sent me a message asking if I was okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because I haven't posted on Instagram.
While you check that, I'll read you some more texts.
Please.
925-555, by the way.
July 4th was my last Instagram post.
Yeah.
Oh, USA.
Thank you.
Chewing with your mouth open.
Oh.
Somebody said really bad shoes.
Really?
Yeah.
People
really
care
bad
about
shoes.
weird stuff, man.
Somebody who smokes.
Yeah.
You can be a 10, but make a racist comment, and you're a -10.
Right.
A lot of cigarette ones here.
I'm glad they said -10 and they didn't say 3. You know what I mean? I'm glad they said
Like,
you
I'm
could be
sort of okay with
yeah,
your
I'm glad
racism?
they said, you could be a 10, but if you make a racist comment, you're like a 3. Like, I'm glad they went like as far down as you possibly could, right?
Somebody said bad laugh. Somebody said bad hygiene.
Yeah, that's on here. Hygiene is number 9 on the list. They said you look good, but do you smell good? We can come back and take some phone calls if you want to as well.
No. Oh, okay. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, you
Go.
say it, and then I'm going to read this other text.
Well, I was
Go
going to say
ahead.
too sweaty during sex.
Oh, wow. Too sweaty.
Yeah, like if you're dripping.
Let me read this next text.
Yeah.
The way my wife eats chicken wings.
Oh, that took her from a 10 to a 5.
Yeah. No, but also he's talking about his wife.
Oh, right. Right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the question was, they put a list together and they asked a ton of people of what would automatically take somebody down from a 10 to a 5. And again, when we're talking about 10s and 5s, this is all subjective. It's whatever you feel is a 10. Your version of a 10 can be much different than my version of a 10. And we all have our own list of things that would take somebody from a 10 to a 5, right?
Somebody wrote and said how they tip.
Oh, yeah.
Another person said poor money management.
Wow.
Yeah.
You're into their books already, huh?
Yeah. A picky eater.
Yes.
Drug addict.
Wow.
A lot of if they smoke cigarettes.
Yeah, drug addict, huh?
If they can't put their phone down.
Yep.
Oh, no. Someone said if they drive a Jeep.
If they really, huh? Jeep is that not sexy anymore? Driving a Jeep?
No,
it's not, huh?
Also, not returning the shopping cart and leaving it beside the car.
Oh, yeah.
That's not disrespectful, though.
That
still.
is. Wow. Hold on a second here, though. Are Jeeps not sexy anymore?
I guess not.
I always thought Jeeps were sexy. I always wanted a Jeep because I thought like you got the doors off, jean shorts, no top. A phony prop surfboard in the back. Like, I thought that's sexy. I think that's sexy. It's not, huh?
Ego. We're getting a lot of like narcissistic ego types.
Right.
Road rage.
Oh, yes. What about tailgating? Tailgating to me is up on that list. It may not be number 1, but it's up there.
Before we go to the phones, two more texts. Long toenails? And somebody else said, if you watch the Kardashians.
I agree with that. I agree. Not down to a 5, but like if you're a 10, you're like a 6.5.
Hey, go ahead.
I would say bad teeth.
Bad teeth.
Even if it's something that's like fixable. Like that's fixable.
Yeah, but you haven't fixed them.
I guess, yeah.
There's opportunity
Exactly.
for improvement, but you got to put in the work, right?
My point exactly.
Wow, interesting. Okay.
So what's your name?
My name's Tracy.
Tracy, welcome to the show, by the way. So are you with somebody right now? And if so, does that person have nice teeth?
Well, I'm with my son. He's only 9, and no, he has cavities.
No. You know what I mean.
We're not talking about your son. I don't want to know if your son's a 10.
No. I'm just saying, like, if it's fixable, in this day and age, we all can do something about it.
Yes,
that's all.
true. I got you.
Thank you, Tracy.
You're welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Bye-bye. Hi, this is the Roz and Mocha Show. What's your name?
My name's Lorena.
All right, Lorena.
What's taking somebody from a 10 to a 5?
I think if you think you're a 10
Oh.
and act like you're a 10.
Okay, so like you're really into yourself. Narcissist,
Yeah.
big ego. Okay, then.
But isn't that isn't that seen as attractive now? Like, isn't it? Aren't we like the most selfish times that we've ever been in right now? That it's all about, self-love and all that
You
stuff.
can love yourself, but most of the people that act like they're a 10 aren't a 10.
How does somebody act like a 10?
I wanted to say ignorance.
Oh, ignorance.
It's a personal problem for me.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
All right.
I gotcha.
Well, thanks so much for the call.
No problem. Thanks.
Have a good day. Bye-bye.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Let me go through some more of this list here. Thanks for hanging out with us, by the way. It's a fascinating conversation because it's completely subjective to individuals like you on what you consider to be a 10 when you're looking at somebody. Like, what's your perfect person? Because we all have different things that make somebody a 10. But what is that one thing that'll take that person from a 10 to a 5? No sense of humor is on the list. I would say also having a different sense of humor where you do find things funny. I just really find those things not funny. I couldn't deal with that at all. I would say also being into local music.
What's wrong with local
I don't know.
music?
That's very unattractive to me.
Really?
Yeah.
You're just supporting your people.
Yeah. No, I know. But like where they're like super in love with like a local musician and like his band, but that guy also like is a waiter at like your favorite bar and she's going to, you know what I mean? It's just too close.
Wow,
too
that's
close.
extremely
It's very-
specific.
Yeah.
It sounds like you know somebody
I've never
who did
experienced
that.
that in my life. I've never experienced that in my life.
925-555. Text us. Somebody said, saying your occupation is an influencer. If they're mean to animals, of course.
Yes.
When someone thinks that they have no flaws.
Well, what's wrong with that? I mean, of course.
You could be a 10 until you say aloud that you're adulting.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Fully agree with that.
No
Absolutely.
ambition, getting very angry at video games.
Yeah. But also, I said it earlier in case you missed it. For me, it's just that it's the type of person where they just live a little too much on Instagram, where their life is a little too dictated by how they come off on Insta. To me, that's such a giant turnoff.
Okay, so I love my boyfriend more than life. This is another text on 925-555. So I love my boyfriend more than life, but he has food in his beard from a couple of days.
A couple of days?
From a couple of days past sometimes, and I just can't. Also, I'm a nurse, so I see disgusting stuff at work all the time.
Oh, that's bad.
You want to jump in on the convo? 416-870-8888. Let's go to line 6. Go ahead.
So I would think someone would be brought down from a 10 if they're not well put together. Like if
my arm is like coming out of my belly button?
No,
Like I got a
no,
backwards foot?
If you're coming out to a date in wearing Crocs and like sweatpants, like
okay,
put an effort. Like put an effort. At least wear a nice shoe, wear nice clothes.
Now it sounds like you're speaking from experience. What's your name?
My name is Jasmine.
Okay, Jasmine. So last time you went on a date, you mean to tell us that somebody showed up in Crocs and like sweatpants?
Possibly.
Yeah.
Where was it? Wow. How long had you known him for? Like, was this like a first date?
It was a first date.
Wow.
And it didn't go well.
He didn't get a second date?
No, we did not.
He didn't get to see you. He didn't get to see.
I did not.
He didn't get to see you with your shirt off or anything like that?
No. But like we went to a nice restaurant and like it was like really like you couldn't make an effort to at least look nice to come and meet me, you know. So that kind of put me off. I was like, no.
So you mean as soon as you saw him though, Crocs and sweatpants, you knew that like that was one and done that date, right? Like you knew already and you just wanted to get through the night? Or were you willing to give him a little bit of a chance to see if like the conversation helped out?
I mean, I did give him a chance to see like if the conversation went, but like even throughout the conversation, like he was very disinterested, like he was not interested at all.
Gotcha. Was he rubbing your leg under the table with that rubber foot?
Oh no.
No, he was not.
No, he wasn't. He didn't say I got all sorts of room in these track pants of mine. Want to hop on in? You want to hop on in here with me? No?
Oh no. Thanks, Jasmine.
Have a great day.
All right, love.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
They're doing a new dancing competition show.
Okay.
Based around Dirty Dancing.
What?
Yeah. So Fox is doing the real Dirty Dancing with celebrities.
What?
Yeah. So, and I guess they're shooting it in that same resort where they actually shot the movie Dirty Dancing. So it's a dancing competition show.
Celebrities and professional dancers?
I guess, yes.
And what are they dancing to? Like the music from the movie?
Yeah, but I guess the moves are going to be what inspires this. So like Dirty Dancing, like it's going to be like grinding and what's the other one? Grinding.
Have you ever dirty danced?
I dirty dance with Patrick Swayze.
For real?
Yeah,
What?
Patrick Swayze taught me how to do the dirty dance moves.
No, he did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
Are
before he died.
are those still
Before he
dirty
died.
today?
According to well, that's the other thing too, right? Is like what we consider dirty today. No, you can't. What's dirty to today compared to back then? And keep in mind, this took place, years before it was actually released, right? But like, I think that they're going to more be like, grinding as opposed to sort of Dirty Dancing in 2021, where like a guy jumps off a speaker 15 feet in the air and lands on a woman flat on her back and then they hump.
Yeah.
Right.
Dirty.
Like,
because back then that was sexy, not dirty.
well, yes, but
Sensual,
it was provocative. The deal was that it was too provocative. These were taboo dance moves, right? Being that close with your bits touching and one leg in between the other leg.
Because back then, overnight camp, when you danced with a girl, there had to be space between you.
Right, and this is this. So they closed that gap,
Not
right?
the camp that I went to when I was in grade 9, bro.
You didn't dirty dance at camp?
Yeah, I'm saying it was the
Oh, you
complete
did?
opposite from. We did like a 2 or 3 day trip when I was in grade 9.
Right.
For me, the rabbi came around and was like, "I need to see some space."
With the stick, and he measured pelvises.
Oh no!
Right? Each pelvis must be how many ever inches apart?
Yes.
Yeah. Jeez, that's God. I've never been interrupted by a rabbi doing anything dirty. You know what I mean? I don't have one cool story. I don't have one cool story of ever doing something a little kinky where a rabbi comes up and tells me to stop doing what I'm doing. That never happened to me. I sort of feel like I got ripped off not being a Jew. You know what I mean? I don't have that. I don't have one single story of a rabbi.
I'm not the top, everybody.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life.
What advice can you guys give me?
Okay, so my question is.
Got a problem you can't fix?
Roz and Mocha got you.
Haley, it's Roz and Mocha.
Hey, Roz. Hey, Mocha. Oh, my goodness.
How you doing today?
I'm nervous, but I'm so excited to be talking to you guys.
Oh, well, welcome to the show. Please don't be nervous. We're all friends here. What's on your mind today?
I was wondering how I can make my mom's last few months as happy as possible.
Yeah, you wrote us this, Haley. Roz and Mocha Fix My Life. You're 27, and your mom, who is 58, was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer and has been given about 10 to 11 months to live. You say that you visit your mom every day in the hospital, but you feel so helpless. Do you have any advice on things I can do to help her and how I can make these last few months as happy as possible? P.S. You still live with your mom and dad.
Oh, man. Sorry you have to be going through this, Haley. It's terrible.
Yeah, it's not the greatest.
What do you feel like you should be doing?
Honestly, right now, I'm trying to spend as much time with her as possible. And when I do break down, I refuse to break down in front of her because that doesn't help her in any way, shape, or form. So I try to be this like positive ray of light, to be my stupid, silly self in front of her, and just trying to save her every moment. But it just never feels like.
What do you guys talk about when you're there?
Not medical related things. I tell her what's going on at work, about my relationships, my friends, just random stuff other than her own situation, because I think a mental battle is very difficult right now as well as the physical one.
What are the doctors saying? Is your mom going to die? Or does she have a chance?
Yes.
She's going to die. Does your mom know she's going to die?
She doesn't know the timeline.
Okay.
But she knows.
She doesn't want to hear it, but she always tells us I'm not naive, I'm not dumb.
So what I would suggest, first of all, is the one thing you will regret these last few months is going through these last few months in denial. I think that you and your mom would be better off with each other instead of you leaving the room to cry if you guys could get to the point to sit and cry together. Being able to go through this like with each other, where you then sort of get a chance to say goodbye to her and she'll get a chance to say goodbye to you, that is the sort of place that you want to get. You don't want to sit there collectively in denial until she gets to a place of where she can no longer speak or hear you. Because that's when you're going to get to the place of where you feel like there's things that you didn't say or you wanted to say. And I know you're going to have good days and bad days, and some days you just want to go in and laugh, and other days you're going to sneak her food in that she's not allowed to have, and all this stuff, right? You're just going to do that, right? You can't do all the things all the time. But I will say that the goal for the two of you is to get to the point of where you feel like you've shared something, and that something isn't a distraction. The thing that you're going to be happy years later that you shared together was the opportunity to say goodbye.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
That's very true. We do have some talks like that, but probably having more of them.
That's the and listen, she's going to be strong for you, right? And she's
she doesn't want you to worry.
No, and that's that's her job, right? She doesn't want to break you down. She doesn't want to put this on you. But I don't think that I don't think you serve her last months in any sort of, wonderful, beautiful way by sitting there and pretending that it's okay that she doesn't acknowledge it. Now, she's going to have to go at her own pace. But I think that if you're going to be left with something that is going to be either guilt or regret or whatever it's going to be, it's because you guys didn't give each other the opportunity to actually say goodbye because you were so, each of you, focused on being strong for the other person.
Yeah, she's always apologizing, being like, oh, I'm so sorry, like, that you have to go through this. I'm like, me?
Oh, Mom. And you know what? In between all of that stuff, you can still do things that make each of you happy. You can, maybe go through some old family albums and like scan some of those photos and bring them in on your phone or on your iPad and let her look through them. I don't know if she's got like a favorite movie or a favorite TV show that you guys can watch together while you're there visiting, hanging out. But little things like that maybe bring her a little bit of joy as something that she can share with you, a moment that she can share with you, or multiple moments.
Yeah, that's why I'm also thinking of like as the holidays approach, I can't help but thinking like, oh, this will be the last like Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas. And so it's just making a point of just making it like super extra special and just savoring it. And having those special memories and special moments and everything with her, I think is going to be very, very important as well.
But don't ignore what's going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
100%.
Because that's when you're going to walk into the hospital one day and she's not going to be able to talk back to you.
Yeah.
And all you're going to want to do is just say goodbye.
Of course.
And that's it. So you just have to get to that point where you guys can have that conversation together.
Definitely. No, that's very, very helpful. And I will definitely do that for sure.
Awesome.
Cool.
Thank you, Haley. Sending you and your family so much love today.
Yeah, and I just want to say thank you guys so much. Like, honestly, listening to the podcast has never failed to make me laugh and help keep me sane right now.
Hey, you should play the podcast for your mom. Maybe she'll like it. Maybe she'll get a laugh or two, right?
I actually have, but her pain meds are pretty strong, so she ends up falling asleep. That's not a testament to you guys.
Yeah.
It's so boring.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. You should show her a picture of me or something like that.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I mean, she's happily married to my dad, but...
Well, how happy, though? You know what I mean?
Thank you, Haley. I love you lots.
Thank you guys so much. Love you guys.
Roz and Mocha's Fix My Life
on Kiss.
I know normally we save the DMs for when Deep is in here, but I got this one, and it's more of a visual, so I feel like we owe it to her. So this came to me from Anjali, but she wrote me this. Please make fun of Maury tomorrow.
Oh, wow.
LOL, this looks so gross. And it was a picture that Maury posted of dinner he made. Because, Maury, right, I would say Maury's his cooking skills have gone through the roof in the last year, right? Like, he's not cooking steak in the oven for 55 minutes at 450 anymore. Like, he's really, come around. And he posts pictures of it. But Maury's problem is that he's a terrible photographer. And he knows nothing about lighting and plating and positions.
Okay, I was told that my lighting and presentation's getting better.
Your pictures are terrible. So Maury posted this on Instagram and says, I made dinner, chicken and creamy mustard pan sauce with garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh, that was last night. It was so good.
Okay. And then, so look at this picture, okay, of what Maury's proud of on his plate, okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my God, that looks like my doctor.
Okay. It looks like throw
How do you
up.
take a good picture of that?
This looks like vomit.
How would you take
though.
a good picture of that?
First it's of all, every light bulb in your place is yellow.
We took Roz's advice and spent hundreds of dollars changing the bulbs.
But why is everything so yellow? Also, don't serve food on brown plates, man.
That's the only plates we have.
I know. It's like it looks like sick. Like it looks like
it really does look like vomit.
It does, man. Yeah.
But it tasted delicious. How do you take a picture of that?
Well, you got to plate it up differently,
and
man.
also that's way too much sauce.
When you have something...
Well, I didn't want to waste the sauce, so I used all the sauce I made.
When you have something that looks like sick, you don't throw it, you don't put it in a ladle and spray it all over the plate like it looks like...
drizzle.
That's not a drizzle, man.
No, that's a plop.
No.
Sorry, culinary term. That's a dollop.
This is not a dollop.
No.
This looks like it came out of a butt. Right?
Well, it tasted amazing.
Right?
So gross.
It really does. It really does.
Aw.
Anyway, more. You need to work on your plating presentation. Your cooking skills are like, I'm super proud of you, man, because you have come such a long way, and your love for food and everything else, and all of this stuff. Like, I am so impressed. I really, really am. But you are you can bleep this, right?
Yeah.
You are a photographer, man. Like, you take the worst pictures of everything.
I have a new iPhone too, and it has a great camera.
I don't know how you can. You are the worst photographer I've ever seen, because
Would you go down low and take it closer to the carrot?
No, because then you're closer to what looks like somebody just threw up all over the plate, man. Like, I think that you need to work on plating. You need to work on presentation. You need to just like all of this stuff. But this is like just not acceptable.
Just watch one YouTube video on how to plate.
And also,
that's not a bad idea.
And also, I don't know what's the red stuff beside the potatoes.
That's the carrots.
Okay, that doesn't look like
that is with a honey glazed carrot caramelized with caramelized honey.
You know what
That
this
was
looks
thrown
like?
up by a
you know,
dog.
no, you know what this looks like? It looks like you've made Matthew a plate of vomit and knuckles. Right? Like, that's what it is. That's what it looks like.
I gotta see the picture again. Let me see again.
Can I tell you what Matthew keeps saying though?
It really does now. Now that you say it.
It's vomit and knuckles, right?
Can I tell you what Matthew
Yeah.
keeps saying? He
What?
keeps saying to stop taking pictures on our plates because they're all chipped and broken.
Yeah.
But it's the only plates we have, and he gets really upset because all the plates have chips and cracks in them.
Yeah, but you shouldn't take pictures of food on brown plates, man.
It's the only plates we have. My dad gave those to us for Christmas from Canadian Tire.
No, not Canadian Tire. Don't you worry. But no, Maury. I don't want people to think that I'm not proud of you, because I am really proud of you. I think that you're everything you're doing. You're moving in the right direction, and you're showing passion and everything else. But this, you can't
Okay, do me this.
Will
you tell me? Do me this.
Yeah.
Will you tell me when I done?
Do me this. Will you tell me when I'm done good?
You got it, Forrest.
Yes, I will.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, how you doing?
Good.
You have one of those
what?
Doorbell cameras?
I sure do.
It's terrifying.
Oh,
Overnight, when you see things that are happening out in the world,
yeah,
and things that crawl,
I don't look
across the camera.
I don't look. Why would you find now?
This happened like less than 10 minutes ago.
Because much like a lot of guys who send unwanted DMs, on the right angle on those cameras, anything can look huge.
You want to see? Do you want to see?
You know what I'm saying?
What came across my camera?
Yeah.
That looks huge.
Yeah.
Watch this.
Oh, look at you. Look at that face already. Tongue's hanging out of the mouth and everything.
Look.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that gross?
No, it's a spider.
I know, but like it's just...
It's a spider.
I hate spiders.
Your lips are wet from your tongue being out of your mouth for so long.
Look.
Yeah, it's a spider. Do you not like spider?
I hate spiders.
So wait a second. If there's a spider in the house, who gets the call to action in your place?
I'm the one that has to take care of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how do you take care of it?
I kill it.
You kill it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Smush it with the paper towel.
What if it's on a white wall?
I still smush it.
Yeah. And then what do you do about the stain?
Magic eraser?
Yeah.
I got it all planned out.
You got it all planned out, huh?
Duh.
Yeah.
Do not like spiders. And my wife is terrified of spiders.
Yeah.
Absolutely terrified that if there is one on the wall or like in the corner of the ceiling, she will text me. Even if we're on the radio, she will text me. And she may get a picture of it and be like, this is waiting for you when you get home.
You got to come home and take care of business?
Yeah. That's a business I got to take care of.
Catherine prefers if I trap them and release them.
To where?
The outside.
Why?
Yeah, because she doesn't
Why?
like
So they can come back in and terrorize you?
Yeah, she doesn't like killing things like crickets and all that other stuff. Like if there's ever a problem, she prefers if I trap it and release, right?
Listen, there's enough of them out there in the world.
Thank you. Thanks.
Matthew uses the vacuum.
The vacuum, but then it lives in the vacuum.
We're both too scared, so Matthew uses the vacuum.
But then it's just going to live in the vacuum.
I know, but he can't go anywhere near them, and the idea of swatting it with a magazine, it's just, ugh.
A magazine? Magazines?
Because they still, damn it, Maury and his husband, damn it, Matthew, still live in the 80s.
What magazines do you
Architectural
have in the house?
Digest.
Magazines.
If I am not home and the spider is more of a threat, Jenna will use the vacuum.
Yeah.
And then take the vacuum and put it in the garage.
And then you got to go take care of that.
And I got to go.
So do
take
you
care
just
of
have to get rid of the whole bag, or do you then have to go through the vacuum bag looking for whatever it was she sucked
So we just
up?
have the handheld Dyson.
Oh.
So it's sitting in the container, in the clear
Doesn't this
container.
looking through at you.
Being like, I'm
Yeah.
going to get you. As soon as I get out, you're dead.
Right.
But doesn't the getting it sucked kill it?
No. I would say, depending on the...
It just makes it dizzy.
Yeah, like I've
A drunk spider.
like I've stepped on something before and it's waddled away like it was just a little drunk. You know what I mean? And that thing's about a quarter of an inch long, and I'm 200 pounds, right? Like, so I don't think it's guaranteed that if you suck it, it's gonna die. But yeah, so you're the one that gets you're the one that shut up. You're the one that gets shut up. What's the matter with you? Okay, just take care of business.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So this year is the 25th anniversary of the show Blue's Clues. And a couple of weeks ago, if you remember, the original host, Steve, who had disappeared from our lives forever without saying a single word, popped up with a video explaining that he had gone away and he misses us. And collectively, the internet just got so emotional because they were like, Steve, where you been?
I didn't know. I don't even know what a Blue's Clues was.
And-
Because I'm just. Did you ever watch? Do you remember Blues Clues?
Yeah, Blue's
You do,
Clues is
huh?
huge in our house right now. Blue's Clues
But you don't
is
remember it from when you were a
huge.
kid. Like, you don't remember Steve when you were younger.
No, but I know, like,
You
when
know- you
I
do,
know
huh?
of Steve.
Really, huh?
And when he brought in the other guy, I think it was Doug.
Yeah.
And then after Doug is
Steve too. I don't know. But it was a great video. It was a really, really great video. And then he showed up on Stephen Colbert.
Yes.
And Colbert got all emotional and gave him a hug and like all this. It was wild.
Yeah. And Josh is the new guy who is on the current season of Blue's Clues, and he's great.
Yeah.
He's so
What is
funny.
what is the show? I don't even know what the show is.
It's just it's the animated blue dog.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
And then the human companion.
Right.
And then they've got all their like little friends like the cupboard and the what do you call it? The clock and the
Yeah.
chair.
But what do they do?
And there's like a mystery that they have to figure out throughout the day
Right.
or throughout this segment. And Blue will leave little clues, which is her little paw print on things that will then lead them to the
I
next
gotcha.
to figure out whatever the thing is that they're looking
Cool.
for.
Okay. I gotcha.
in the house, or the situation that they're trying to figure
Perfect.
out. So as part of the 25th anniversary celebration of Blue's Clues, they've dipped back to the 90s with a classic song from back in the day and done their own like little remix that they put up on their YouTube channel. And it's only 30 seconds. It's not like it's a
Okay.
full 2.5 minute.
Okay.
And it features Josh. It features Steve, the original host of Blue's Clues, and also the other guy. Sorry, it wasn't Doug. It's Donovan.
Donovan.
is his
Okay, I
name.
gotcha.
And Josh. Listen to this.
Yo, listen up, here's a story about a little puppy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night, she often likes to leave lots of clues all around, inside and outside. She's blue.
So in the video,
So good.
it's
Yeah.
the three guys plus Blue the dog plus all their little animated friends, all
Right.
dancing and
that's
stuff.
sweet. That's sweet.
But they're amping it up for the 25th anniversary of Blue's Clues.
It's
right?
wild. I hadn't heard anybody like outside of a child, right? And I don't talk to them often. But I hadn't heard anybody even mention Blue's Clues in, I don't even know, 15 years or whatever it was.
But it was
And
that Steve video.
In the past 2 weeks, I've heard more people talk about Blue's Clues.
Yes, because it brings up like so
Yeah.
many emotions for
I
people,
know.
right?
Yeah.
Because you don't think the show that you watch as a kid,
Yeah.
is going to have that much of an impact until somebody from that show pops up who you didn't even think about for years and years and years. And then it brings back all these feelings again, right?
Yeah, there's a lot of emotional millennials out there right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, yes, we are.
Oh, look at you.
The Roz and Mocha Show
Podcast.
Night 2 of Dancing with the Stars last night. We found out early yesterday morning that Cheryl
Burke,
one of the professional dancers on the show, was hit with COVID, and she was supposed to be on our show yesterday.
Yeah, I know.
And she announced it on, I think it was Instagram or Twitter in a video. And then her partner, Cody Rigsby, Peloton instructor, couldn't compete.
So what did they do? More, come in and explain this to me. So Cheryl had to go into quarantine for 10 days, and I hope she's doing well. You talked to her last night.
Yeah, and Cody also had to sit it out because they're together. So
were they done on the show? What happened?
No, they used rehearsal footage as their dancing competition, right? So they were allowed to be judged on their dance from rehearsals.
So they're still on the show
from last week, I guess it would be, right?
Or leading
this
up
week.
to leading up to this week.
Yeah.
I guess it would have. It could have been the day they found out.
That's
of thing,
right. And they did an amazing job in rehearsal. They were judged on that. They were both
Hold on. Because you could rehearse, because they record everything, right?
Yeah.
Now, did they take like the best rehearsal and use that on the show?
Well, no, but they still screwed up a bit and got dinged for it.
Oh, okay. Or did they take multiple rehearsals and use like the best parts of each and make an edit?
Well, Cody did say that had he have known they were going to use the rehearsal footage, he wouldn't have worn pink shoes.
Oh.
Cody,
I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm happy everybody. I mean, I don't know. What are you going to do with COVID? It's just like
it's there. It's here.
Right? I know.
You're going to get it, and then you just got to deal with it.
I guess. So how was Cheryl in good spirits last night?
She was great.
Yeah. Okay.
Because she sounded rough in that video that she posted.
Well, she was upset, right? She thought she was going to let Cody down and everything else.
So Dammit Maury actually got a chance to talk to Cheryl last night following the broadcast of Dancing with the Stars.
Wow. Nobody knew this was coming. How are you feeling? What, I guess, is the next step for you? I mean, when can you come back? What are they telling you?
We're going to do this day by day, I guess, right? Like I don't have the answers, unfortunately. But I feel okay. I surprisingly, I think yesterday for me was the worst day. And I'm just going to continue to hopefully, have some sort of day that I can come back soon. But as far as I know, I just have to continue to take care of myself and stay in my house.
Oof.
And Cody Rigsby, Peloton instructor who is teamed up with Cheryl Burke for this season of Dancing with the Stars, was also part of this interview. Dan Moore had a chance to ask him some questions too.
And Cody, boo, how are you? We love you.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm doing great, boo.
So when you found out that Cheryl had COVID, how did you find out and what was going through your mind? How are you doing? What did you have to do? A lot of questions.
How did you find out? That was amazing.
Via you and like a text message. So
this
I woke
long.
up literally like paragraphs. Like the full cycle. She was like, I got COVID. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Oh my God. Yeah, so I woke up to text messages and took a deep breath and just was like, all right,
he responded,
what's next?
That's a lot.
Oh, right. I said, that's a lot. That is true.
And you know what's crazy?
She sounds great though, huh?
She does.
Yeah.
They filmed the show. They do the show in LA, and he is still doing his Peloton instructing. Right?
Really?
Yeah. Throughout this entire season of Dancing with the Stars. So he's traveling from LA back to New York to do the classes.
Well, why
and
can't
then
he? You could
back to LA.
You could use a bike
with her.
anywhere.
And she is, because I guess they have to, I don't know where, I know the main Peloton studio is in New York. I guess they could have like built a new studio for him to do the classes in LA. I don't know what his deal is like, but she also had to travel from LA to New York. Like they were doing a lot of traveling back and forth so that they could get these rehearsals in. So I don't know what else, like where she would have got COVID from. I mean, I know it's everywhere, but like the tracking now, all the other people she would have had contact
She
with.
She was on Celebrity Wheel of Fortune the night before.
Yeah, but when did they tape that though?
Like what? A few weeks before.
Yeah.
So you got to let them know.
I think she would have been okay back then. Yeah. Unless she got it from somebody there. Like
Jason
you just
Alexander.
Why you gotta play?
Why you gotta
play Costanza for?
Yeah.
But we are happy that Cheryl Burke is feeling better.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So Mila Kunis is back at it again with the bathing.
Oh God.
This just
We
won't
get it.
go
You don't
away.
bathe.
It won't go away.
What now?
So what happened originally is that Mila and Ashton Kutcher were on the Dax Shepard podcast, and they started talking about just like bathing habits and everything else. It might have been based around COVID, who knows? But they were saying how they don't fully bathe, and then they said that they rarely bathe their children and all of this stuff, and it turned into this giant controversy.
Yeah. All these other celebs started coming out being like, yo, I got dirty ass skin too. I don't bathe.
Yeah. And for like, and I know that I've been saying this for years, which is like, I will jump in the shower, right? But I'm not a head to toe scrubber kind of person. I've never once washed my knees, right? I do my pits, the undercarriage, and every now and then I'll throw some shampoo in my hair. That is really it, right? And I don't consider myself to be filthy.
Wow.
Okay? I don't, right? Look at more okay. Listen, more. I change my underpants every day.
Yeah, more.
Okay,
You have
nothing to say.
Nothing at all. You can't.
Nothing to say.
No comment over there.
No. And so this just exploded.
Whereas I'm the opposite.
Right. You're a
Hair,
weirdo.
I wash my face. I wash every part of my skin.
It's crazy.
With soap
That's
or
crazy.
body wash.
You're not supposed to.
And then I moisturize after.
You're not supposed
with
to.
Lotion. I got face, like everything. Face moisturizer.
Yeah.
His body lotion, everything.
So this story will just not go away. And you'd think that Mila would want to stop talking about it, but she hasn't. And so this is a clip from Ellen today where Mila is on. And of course, this all comes up again.
A lot of people are talking about your bathing habits. It's
so
you
dumb.
and Ashton, your children, apparently you don't bathe them.
We bathe our dogs. Does that make people
You
happy?
do bathe your dogs more often than your children.
Fact.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
I know this was I went on speaking of Dax Shepard, it was on Dax's podcast. My intent every day is to bathe my children. I wake up every day and like today I'm going to shower my kids. And then bedtime happens and I forgot to feed them and it's just like there's just some anyways, cut to a year later, Dax is doing press junket for something completely different, and the reporter decides to ask him, like, you know, this whole thing's been circulating about Ashton and Mila not showering. What are your thoughts on it? And he was like, I'm the one who started this conversation. So, like, this whole story is now taking such a turn, but apparently The Rock showers, so congratulations, The Rock, you shower.
Yeah, but it's mainly about the kids don't really shower.
The kids, there's a body of water that they touch just about every day. Almost every other day.
A body of water?
Yeah, sometimes it's the pool. Sometimes it's a sprinkler. Like, it just depends on what the environment. It's COVID. It was like, who showered in COVID? We didn't leave the house.
Oh, my God. Wow. The way she's describing this with her kids and bathing.
Yeah.
Like, those dogs
Yeah.
get washed more than the kids.
And I know you want to think that it was like all a goof and everything else, but if it was, she would not still be talking about it because there's still a part of her that is like, I've done nothing wrong and I'm not going to say sorry.
Yeah. And I'm sticking to my story.
Yes.
I'm sticking to my guns.
Like my kids touch a body of water almost every day.
They might run through a sprinkler.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Do you want to plow through a couple questions from Jeopardy last night on movie taglines?
Sure.
Movie taglines was the category. Hold on, let me find it here. I have not looked at these either, so I will be right there with you. So we'll play the clue, and then you know how to do this, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Movie taglines for 6.
1995. 5 criminals, 1 lineup, no coincidence.
Oh, that's easy.
The Usual Suspects.
Yeah. What is the Usual Suspects?
What is the Usual Suspects?
What?
Matt.
What's Usual Suspects?
Yes.
Movie taglines for 4.
All right, here's your clue. 1985. He's the only kid ever to get into trouble before he was born.
Oh, what's Back to the Future? As soon as she said 1985, that automatically came to my mind.
To get into trouble before he was born. Yes, Back to the Future. I was originally my head was leaning. Look Who's Talking, but no, you're right. It's 100% Back to the Future.
What is Back to the Future?
Yes, again.
Wow. Movie taglines for 2.
2018. If they hear you, they hunt you.
A Quiet Place. What is A Quiet Place?
what is A
Was
Quiet
that
Place?
2018 though?
Oh, wow.
2018 was A Quiet Place.
Justin. What is Quiet Place?
Correct.
Oh, there we go. Who wants some money?
Right?
Where's my money?
Quiet Place 2 sucked hard though.
Yeah, you
I
did.
loved A Quiet Place. I love that movie so much.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, I started watching that. What the hell show is that I'm watching on Netflix? The Korean one. Squid Game.
Oh, I saw people are going nuts over that on Twitter.
So I started watching this show last night.
And so this is Korean originated, and then they brought it to Netflix.
Yes.
And they overdubbed everything in
Right,
English.
but I'm not watching it dubbed.
Oh, you're
not?
I'm watching it in Korean with subtitles.
Oh, I can't do that.
I can't watch.
Seriously?
I can't watch dub. The guy who did the main guy's voice, it's dumb.
Oh, wow. Wait, is there an option to watch a Korean one?
Yeah, you can watch an original audio.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so I
didn't know
watch
that.
an original audio with subtitles because the guy doing the dubbing of the voice for the main guy sounds like he's Napoleon Dynamite. Like, it's awful. Like, the voice actor that they got to hire, I don't know, maybe he's from here or not. I don't even know where the guy's from, but it was one of the worst
You wanna play
performances I've
Squid
ever
Games?
seen.
Well, duh.
Right? Okay, so I'm watching Squid Game. So Squid Game is what I understand now. I'm on episode 2. So
Did you watch the whole thing, Shem?
No. I'm only
Shem,
on episode
executive
3.
producer of the Razamoka Show, by the way.
So Squid Game goes like they take a bunch of people who are in massive debt, right? Gambling, nefarious sort of reasons, theft, embezzlement, all of this stuff where people owe a lot of money. They find these people and then they say, hey, we can get you out of debt. And then all these people are so desperate that they get on a bus, and then when they're on the bus, they bring them to this place. And it's one of these sort of, evil like character's lair in the middle of a mountain kind of thing where he set up this giant horrific sort of wonderland to torture people in.
Oh, jeez.
And then so what happens is they get all these people. There's like 400 people or something like that. And they say, okay, we're all going to play a game. We know you're all in debt. Collectively, you're all going to win a ton of money. And then there's a giant clear pig that comes down from the ceiling and it fills full of money and everything else. And then they're like, okay. And so we can all get out of debt. And they're like, yeah. And they go, okay, first game. And then they bring everybody outside. And they're like, this game's called red light, green light. And you know red light, green light, right? Right? Red light, green light. Somebody puts their face up against a tree, and then they say green light, and you start walking. If they say red light, and they turn around and they see you moving, you're out of the game. But only in this version of the game, and keep in mind, I've only watched one episode, so there's 500 people, and then they start playing red light, green light, and then when the thing turns around to see if anybody's moving, if you are moving, they shoot you dead.
Ding, ding, ding. Correct.
Okay.
Oh,
okay.
wow.
Right? And then whoever's left at the end gets to go and play the next game.
No thanks.
Right? So
Live my life in debt.
okay. So that's what this is. But these are all people who are so addicted to winning, right, that they go through with it. And so that's Squid Game right now. And I'm only on episode 1. I was only watched red light, green light. I do know this though. Episode 2 is just simply called Hell. So I don't know what goes on in episode 2. But
How many episodes are there?
I'm very much looking forward to it. Very much looking forward to it.
So you're into it, though.
I'm into it now. Yeah, because I had the option to not watch it dubbed because the guy's voice was so dumb. So
Well,
I
you're
watch
reading
it
anyway.
What's that?
But you're reading it anyway. You're reading with subtitles.
Yeah, I'd rather do subtitles than listen to a bad English language performance. I would rather watch the movie in Korean and read the subtitles.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
And there are 8 episodes of this.
There's 8.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my
So you're going to hate yourself at the end of Squid
exactly.
Games.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Podcast.
Oh, my God. People are so dumb. Well, not everybody. Some people. Like this next person. I'm going to tell you a story about her. A woman in Maine. Her name is Kayla Blake. She was arrested after calling in 2 bomb threats to a factory that manufactures medical products. She called and said she was going to put bombs all around the facility. So obviously, taking the threats serious, this factory evacuated the entire building and had to shut operations down
Right.
Reminder, they make medical products, so it's
not cool.
Right?
Yeah.
So the cops were able to trace the call, the 2 phone calls that this woman made, back to her. And then upon further investigation, the only reason why she decided to call in these bomb threats is because her boyfriend works at that facility and she just wanted to spend the day with him.
Was he in on this or did he not know?
I don't think that he knew that she was going to do that.
That's a level of bonkers that you got to walk away from immediately.
So she was, of course, charged with felony terrorizing, and she's being held in jail.
Yeah, you should be for a while.
All because she wanted to spend the day with her boyfriend. She called into his work.
Yeah, but
again, it's a factory.
I know that
makes medical products.
I know that that's how it's worded, all because she wanted to spend the day with her boyfriend. But that's not what somebody does. That's not. I just want to spend time with my boyfriend. That's like I'm not well.
So I'm going to call your place of work 2 times and say that I'm placing bombs all around.
No, that's an I'm not well individual. That is that's a level of possession that you don't want to have to deal with. You walk away immediately. I would call the cops on her.
Yes, thank you.
You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
Like, you can't. Yeah.
Walk away, sir.
No, and that's not romantic. Like that's
no.
You don't think that's romantic, Shem? You think that somebody?
Okay,
you can spin this into like that's a romantic thing to do.
Hear me out now.
That's a day of lost wages.
Listen, hear me out. Any person who's going to go to that length to want to spend time with you, something Shakespearean about it. No.
Yeah, you're gonna die. Yeah, that's
you
a
can't do
Shakespearean.
that.
When you're with somebody who's gonna go to the lengths of calling in a bomb threat because they can't be away from you, you wind up dead.
It's a bomb threat, Shams.
You wind up dead. You walk
Love,
away
man.
from that person.
I don't
That's
know.
not love. That is not love.
I would say sending flowers or something.
To the boss? To his work.
To his work.
Sending flowers to his work.
I would
What's
say
that going to
sending
accomplish?
I've done like if you want to sort of sweeten the things up a little bit, like then try and say, hey, I want to spend some more time with you. Like do things romantic that way, not a bomb threat.
No, but it's not. She wanted to spend time with him, so she didn't want him to go to work. She didn't want him in the building that day, so she wanted
Send
to spend
flowers,
time.
sweeten up the the
Send
boss a
flowers
little
to
bit.
who?
To the work, so to the person you're with.
You have no idea how anything in the world works, do you?
I've done this.
You've done what?
I've sent flowers. I've sent food to everyone in Matthew's department
to say,
what a waste.
keep guys, everybody keep up the great work that you're doing. Do a great, and then they're like, you know what? This is really go and have lunch with Maury. Go and have inexpensive.
You do
but
just so you can have lunch with him?
But Matthew gets lunch anyway.
No,
It's
but
just
he eats at the commissary at his desk. This is like go
because
out.
he doesn't want to have lunch with you.
Send a bomb.
It's not that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Well. Will Smith on the cover of GQ talking about his relationship with Jada, where the quote was that they have evolved past monogamy. So if you remember, there's been stories about Will and Jada for years and their marriage and everything else. I've heard them all.
Open marriage, right?
Very open.
Lots of entanglements.
Lots of entanglements, but even more so than you might. You know what I'm saying?
Like every day?
No. I just mean, I don't know. Anyway, so the whole thing with August Alsina went down, the entanglement, all this stuff. So the way Will breaks it down is he says this. Jada never believed in conventional marriage. Jada had family members that had an unconventional relationship. So she grew up in a way that was very different than from how I grew up. He then goes on to say, we have given each other trust and freedom with the belief that everybody has to find their own way, and marriage for us can't be a prison. And then goes on to say that they have evolved past monogamy. It's a tough conversation to have when you don't know how your partner would feel about it, though, huh?
Yeah, totally.
That's something you got to bring up on your own. Like, you both have to see the same thing and then go, oh, that sounds cool. You know what I mean? Like, you can't bring that up. You can't be the one that brings that idea without knowing fully how your partner.
Unless you brought it up and Will was like intrigued.
I think that I believe the two of them, this is the way that their relationship was since day one. I believe
Gotcha.
that this is why they hooked up
They're
together.
like, we can get married, but also we can have side things if we want.
Right, because there's careers involved, and sort of you build this partnership with somebody who is like-minded.
Right.
And then you sort of go from there where you can still be in love and you can still have a family and you can still do all these incredible things, but the sort of bits of relationships are separate. If you
Who you think had more things? Jada, right?
Will.
You think so?
Yeah.
No, I think
Yeah,
Jada.
100%.
You think Will?
100% Will. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
He's just not as vocal.
Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Look at you. You got new headphones on today.
Yeah.
They're giant. Looks like you're crushing your
Are they?
head.
Dude, are they really that big?
Like they just stick
They look
up
big?
like really
Yeah.
far. You look like you're going to space.
Oh, yeah, I'm trying new headphones.
Yeah?
Yeah. My other one's kind of broke, so.
Oh, okay, cool.
And I didn't want to go and buy new ones,
Yeah.
and I had these ones laying around at home.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, they look like you look like you're at Mission Command right now. Like you're doing some like real important stuff that's not this show.
Maybe I'm preparing to go to space. Isn't William Shatner
Yeah.
going to space?
Yeah, I think that's what I read. I think he's going up on whose rocket is he going on? Hold on here. Let me find that story.
The Jeff Bezos one. The Amazon rocket.
Is that what it is? The Jeff Bezos rocket?
Yeah.
You knew that one of these billionaires who's launching people into space was eventually going to invite Shatner because it just makes such a great story, right? Like Shatner, you know, he's Captain Kirk and
Yo, but he's
why not
also
take
like
Captain
100
Kirk?
years old.
I know, that's the other thing. But
That's
I guess
risky.
but I guess it's like saying that somebody, you know, who's of a certain age can't take a flight. Like
No, but this is like
how different is it? I don't know how different it is. I mean, I know that
Like,
you're
are these
probably dealing with
rockets-
some G's, but
like, are these rockets different from like the spaceships that go up into space? Like, are they more suited for regular folk? Is what I'm saying. Like an
don't-
airplane.
Well,
right?
no, because Bezos is the one. His rocket looks like a giant wiener, right? Is that the
Yes.
Bezos
Yeah, yeah,
rocket?
yeah.
Right. How apropos to put William Shatner in that.
Hey.
That's not my opinion. That's a lot of other people's opinions. Okay. I like William Shatner. I get along well with him. But yeah, Shatner's 90, and it will make him the oldest person ever to go to space. The previous record was set back in July when 82-year-old Wally Funk rode Bezos. Okay, stop it.
Say it.
No.
Say it.
When Wally Funk rode Bezos's rocket, I'm not gonna. You know what I mean? There's too many. There's
so
too,
funny.
There's too many. There's too many strap on and ride it jokes to be had when it comes to Bezos's rocket. But yeah, so I don't know. I guess he's going in next month. 90 years old though.
But he's only doing the, I guess what Bezos did. And I guess, was it Elon Musk when they went?
No.
4 minutes or something like that?
No, Richard Branson.
Richard Branson, that's what it is.
Yeah, because Musk's ship is much longer, right? Like it's a different kind of trip. This is the one, Bezos's ship is the one where people were saying it doesn't go to outer space, it goes to upper sky.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's
Oh,
you're
okay.
sort of there, but not like
You can see it.
Yes,
But
yes.
that's about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're there. You're just not like hanging out, right? Like it's an experience.
Sure.
But yeah, Shatner's 90 years old, and he's gonna do this.
So it'll just be
I
like
just
4 or
don't-
5 minutes, and then you
I
go back
even
down,
think it's
right?
less than that. It
Where
might
you're
even-
hanging
it might
out
even
up
be
there,
le-
right?
It might even be less than that. It might even
Really?
be less than 4 or 5 minutes.
Seems like
Yeah.
a waste. So who's paying for it? Like he's paying for it?
No, well, I mean, it's not like Shatner couldn't afford it. Shatner's a very wealthy individual.
Or they're using this as like publicity for
yes.
future
Yeah,
flight.
I think that there's probably with the billionaire space race, I think that there is definitely a checklist of things. One was who was going to be the first billionaire to actually go into space.
Yeah.
And then I think somewhere on the checklist, it may not have been number 2, but it was definitely on their list. And I'm sure it's on everybody's list, which is who's going to get William Shatner in their rocket. Because that's what really, like, the headlines just sort of write themselves. That's really a big story. I don't know if he's number 2 on everybody's list, but he was definitely on people's list. So it looks like
Mark Hamill has to be number 1 on people's list, right?
Yeah, Mark
Like
Hamill's.
if
I'm
it's
sure Mark Hamill's
William
on somebody's
Shatner
list.
now, like Mark Hamill has to be next.
Yeah, but the difference with Shatner was like Shatner in that show was an earthling who was lost in space, right?
Sure.
Like Mark Hamill was not an earthling lost in space. He was just born on a different world in a galaxy far away a long time ago, right? But yes, you're right. Mark Hamill would definitely be on that list. I'm trying to think of who else would be
Patrick
on that
Stewart.
list. Patrick Stewart should be on Picard, right?
Yeah.
Yes, he would be on
How
somebody's
old is
list.
Patrick Stewart?
I don't know.
Is he older than William Shatner?
No.
Like if he's
God,
old,
no.
If he's older, there's no. They got to protect that guy.
No. Patrick Stewart's much younger than William Shatner.
How old?
81.
81.
Oh,
well,
wow.
9 years younger.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Did you hear Lizzo's cover of Butter by BTS? It's good.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, this was one of those
when is this
BBC Radio
from?
1's Live Lounge.
those.
Yeah. And she did a really great job.
Really?
Yeah.
Smooth like butter, like a criminal undercover. Gon' pop like
It sounds like a Lizzo song.
It totally does.
Right?
Yeah.
cool, stay stunner. Yeah, I owe it all to my mother.
Damn, girl.
Hot like summer. Yeah, I'm making you sweat like that. Break it down. Ooh, when I look in the mirror, I'm melting hard in the tube. I got
Oh,
the superstar
that note.
step right left to my beat.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah. But it's so crazy. Like, when somebody covers a song well, it doesn't sound like they're doing somebody else's track. It sounds
No.
like they're doing their own, right?
Completely, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she brought this song into her world.
Yeah. But it's not that different, though. This just goes to show you that those four guys that write every pop song in the world, they really can be done by anybody.
Yeah.
Right? They're completely interchangeable. No offense to the BTS fans. If they wrote this, I don't know who did, but don't come at me, okay? I'm just making a statement about general pop music. I'm not saying,
Just to be
okay?
clear,
Just to be
Army.
clear, I just realized what I was talking about. Okay? Don't come at me. The BTS fans were. I got a really nice message from a BTS fan over the weekend. I guess we did something on Friday. I don't know what we did. Maybe
We played the BTS and Coldplay song.
Oh, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were very appreciative of that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very appreciative of that.
Hold on, let me hear where this. Where she takes a song during the breakdown here. Oh, does she do the? Is she going in the rap part here?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. This is Lizzo, by the way. Her BTS cover of Butter. Yo, Lizzo's so good, dude.
Yeah, it's a great. Yeah, she did a
good
great
for
job.
her. That's really good.
Yeah. And now I want to play you what I felt, and I know a lot of people are freaking out about this. What I felt was a somewhat uninspired performance. And I don't know
Okay.
why. I'm not crapping on anybody. To me, it just seemed a little uninspired, which was
Okay.
J-Lo at the Global Citizens concert in Central Park when she did Jenny from the Block. And Shamber, you listen to this, okay? And you know what I mean when I say uninspired, right? Do you know what? I'm not really like, I'm not hating. I'm just like,
Just sounds kind of blah.
it sounds kind of blah, but everybody was like, oh my God. But so you listen to this and tell me if this doesn't sound a little uninspired. So this is J-Lo doing Jenny from the Block,
I couldn't come home without doing this one.
right? Yes. We know that.
Let's go, New York!
That's great.
That's
great.
She's getting that hometown love.
Starting off great energy.
Okay, so she included
Great energy.
the rap from the Locks, who are also from New York.
Yeah.
You get that hometown love.
Here we go.
I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from. Don't be fooled by the rocks that I got. I'm still.
She's kind of like mid.
You know what I mean? It seems uninspired to me.
You know what it is?
What is it?
She's sounding like the actual record. And typically when artists perform
Yeah.
their actual records, they may go, they up the energy even if they're not singing at the exact same note.
Right.
And she's singing at the exact same note as the original song, which is a little bit uninspired. A little bit mad. Right? She's singing it. Listen.
Yeah. See, and then she's
And
there.
then,
She
and then
is
she's
right.
like, everybody sing.
Right.
And everyone's like, no, you sing.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There
is a course at Ryerson University in Toronto, soon to be given a new name, so people are calling it X University. This course is on Drake and The Weeknd, which I'm like super interested in taking. Dalton Higgins is an author and publicist who's putting the course together and joins us on the Roz and Mocha Show. How are you, man?
I'm doing very well, thank you.
In preparation of this this course that you're teaching at Ryerson, this is crazy. How did this come to be? Why Drake? Why The Weeknd? Why this course?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, on the college and university scene, there are actually all kinds of courses being taught about, you know, artists, pop artists, rock artists, folk artists. So, you know, when you hang out in the US, you'll find that there are courses about, you know, Miley Cyrus, Lady Gaga, Bruce Springsteen, Nirvana, it goes on and on. So over here in Canada, where I'm thinking as a longtime hip hop historian and somebody who works in education, why shouldn't there be a course about Drake and The Weeknd? You know, over the last, I don't know, 7 years, 7 years, unless you've been sleeping under a rock, you will have noticed that hip hop and R&B are pretty much dominating, you know, the charts. It's the most dominant art forms of today, right? So I think it's an opportune time to get Canadian rap and R&B icons recognized and canonized
And you
academically.
have two of the biggest stars in music right now, right?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, The Weeknd's album just tied the Beatles for like most weeks on the chart. And we know with Drake and Certified Lover Boy, you know, he set another sales record, right? I think it's like his 10th Billboard #1 album.
Yeah.
So they're destroying right now. Yeah.
What's the sort of ratio? Because both sides are very interesting, but when you go into teaching a course like this on Drake, what's the ratio between the art and then the individual? Like, what do people want to sort of study more?
Yeah, I think it's a healthy combination of the two, to be perfectly honest, right? I mean, because I notice on social media, as a couple blog sites are posting about it, they're singularly focusing on the music, but this course is going to be a lot more interested in looking at the conditions that created, you know, the Drake phenomenon, the Weeknd phenomenon. We look at it as a phenomenon. We don't just look at it as like, hey, it's just another musician putting out albums that's charting on the Billboard charts, right? So my job is to sort of unpack, you know, peel back the layers of the onion on these two figures.
In preparation for this course that you're going to be teaching at Ryerson on Drake and The Weeknd, what kind of things have you discovered that, even as a fan of both of these artists, that maybe shocked you? Or even will shock like the students, you think?
You know, I think what people tend to forget is that Drake he's a really good writer, you know, looking at it through sort of a literature writing prism. So when you look at some of his, biggest songs, some of his more obscure songs, you're going to see that in his rhymes, he actually employs a lot of literary devices that writers use, you know, like metaphors and, you know, good similes, iambic pentameters. So I want to dig into a lot of that. And it's interesting. At my house, I have this huge textbook. It's called The Anthology of Rap, and it was published by Yale University 10 years ago. And it's this huge thing. It's like almost 900 pages. And it was put together by these two scholars. And in this book, in this anthology, you know, they cover like over 300 amazing songs in hip hop history. And they include some of Drake's early songs in there because what they wanted to do was, to showcase the poetic depth in his rhymes, you know?
Oftentimes when you're teaching a university course, like if you're teaching a course on petroleum engineering, the kids who come into that course are not experts on petroleum engineering. When you teach a course on Drake, you're going to have students who may walk into that class experts already or self-proclaimed experts already on Drake. Does that make doing what you do a little bit more difficult?
I would say not so much because I'm going to be sort of adding a bunch of, like, I want the students to be able to think critically about The Weeknd.
Oh, that's tough, man. That's not an easy ask.
Yeah, because you're asking them to separate themselves as a fan of these artists and like what they know of them, you know, through listening to the tracks or like through social media.
Yeah, no, it's true. It is going to be a challenge, and you know, when you can get students thinking critically, you know, like if they're not thinking critically, then clearly we haven't done our jobs at the university. I mean, you know, Drake and The Weeknd are still both real human beings. Last I checked, you know, which means that like most human beings, they're going to do and say interesting, questionable things. So our job as instructors is to peel back the layers and have the students ask some tough questions tied to things like, race, class, music production, lyrics, all of that.
Dalton Higgins teaching a course at Ryerson University on Drake and The Weeknd. 2 final questions for you. Do Drake and or The Weeknd know that you're doing this course on them?
I think they know now because it's getting out there as far as social media.
Has anyone reached out to you, like from their team at all? Either of the teams?
No one has reached out from their team, but they are welcome to come join. As far as I'm going to have special guest speakers. I'm putting out the welcome mat.
They'd be the ultimate.
Holler at your boy.
So coming as I'm a huge Drake fan, massive Drake fan. If I don't go to that university, can I still take the course? Like, can I still sign up just for this one course?
No, you can't as of right now. You have to be a student at Ryerson or X University. The course is being taught out of the Creative School. That's the name of the faculty.
Gotcha.
That the course is being taught in, but you can't right now.
Damn it, Maury.
Yeah, how do you think Drake would do at the course about Drake?
Well, he'd have to get an A+. I mean, straight A+, because if he,
you can't fail that one.
No, I mean, here's the thing. Like, we're here, as historians, documentarians, and professors, is to, we do ask a lot of tough questions, right? So we're talking about culture, race. He's a Black Jewish rapper. Forest Hill, like we're really diving and digging in. So there's some things in there that perhaps may surprise him, where he'll be like, like a Nardwuar moment, where how the hell did this professor know about all this stuff? So I think there'll be a couple moments like that.
No, this is exciting. I'm really happy that you guys are doing this. I'm happy that you share the same amount of passion for both of these artists and their lives as the rest of their fans do. And I hope that the students that take the course learn as much as I'm sure you do as well. You say you're peeling back the layers. They take a lot more away from this course. Super jealous. I'm not back in school to take this course because that would be like number 1 on my list. But Dalton Higgins, thank you very much for joining us on the Roz and Mocha Show. We appreciate you.
Hey, thanks for having me.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Yo, so we all know Maury's such a snitch, right? Especially in his own building. How many times has Dammit Maury come in here to complain about somebody else in his condo, either being too loud or throwing a party or just doing something that Dammit Maury deems...
But he also snitches, like he snitches to like the condo board and pass it. Like everything is just awful. Like the way that you handle everything is just the wrong way to handle everything.
Okay.
Right?
So Dammit Maury leveled up.
Oh no.
Bring your phone in here.
What'd you do?
No, go over there. Explain to Roz what happened and then show him the video on your phone.
Okay, so 1 o'clock in the morning. Like, I know that the sound laws are 11, right? So if you hear noise or whatever. Sound laws. Like, you can't say anything till 11, right? So you have to sit there and suffer till 11.
Right.
Right? So I'm like, okay, fine. I'll try and deal. I tried to sleep. 1 o'clock in the morning, there was a party I was hearing. Loud party still going on at 1 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, and it's a weeknight.
Okay.
Okay, so watch. The sound is up.
So Maury whips out his phone, leaves the condo, his unit, goes to the floor where the party is happening.
Right.
And?
Okay, so Maury's walking down the hallway.
Oh, wow, that is loud. That's very loud.
So do you knock on the door and confront them? Because right now it's Maury standing out in front of the condo door.
And then he moves his camera phone over so you can see the number of the unit.
Yeah.
And then you can just hear the sounds coming from inside. So if you wanted
Just so you know,
to...
that's 2 floors up. I was hearing that.
If you wanted to address the situation at that point, you knock on the door. But what did you do?
You're not allowed to knock on the door. We did that before and we were told not to.
Okay.
Like we got in trouble for that. So now I take a video and then I send that the next day to the property manager so that these guys can get an $80 fine.
You think you think people who party this loud are going to care about an $80 fine?
Yeah, but who's the winner now?
Well, not you.
You got no sleep, and you had to leave the condo and go upstairs.
Let me tell you how partying works, okay?
Please do.
Okay. If I knew that I could rage that loud on a
whatever on a weeknight,
on a weeknight at 1 a.m. If I knew that I could rage that loud and all it was going to cost me was $80, I would rage that loud every single night.
Yeah, but you only get 3 times, and then they send you like a legal letter.
What legal letter?
Like the building's lawyer sends you a letter saying please don't, please don't,
saying please don't.
Yeah,
or $80.
Yeah,
right. Okay, cool. Yeah, thanks. You know what I mean?
Snitch.
What a snitch.
What did Matthew say? Is Matthew the one that made you get out of bed?
Matthew's on the phone with security going,
security.
Yeah. And he was telling security going, we're going to call our lawyer.
You're going
And
to call
security
your
was
lawyer.
like,
Right, you guys don't have a
What's your
lawyer.
lawyer going to do?
no, we don't have a lawyer.
Oh, but what?
A liar and a snitch.
You guys.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Hey, Mocha. Are you ready?
You know I am, brother.
Let's do the news.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
News break.
Hi, Roz and Mocha. Who's this?
Hey, it's Alex.
What up, Alex?
Good. I was just calling in because I wanted to let you guys know that Roz sounded really tired when he said, let's do the news.
What?
Oh, damn.
It's a Monday, man. I was expecting more eccentric, be happy.
This is the happiest you're going to get, Roz.
Like, name one. Like, can you refer back to a time when you thought that I did sound like happy?
Not as specific, but I listen to the podcast all the time sometimes, and I've heard it on there. I've heard you be really, ready to do the news, and you're just like, yeah, let's do the news.
Well, it's not going to be perfect all the time. And that just goes to prove that it's not pre-recorded and that I do it live every single time we do it.
I never thought it was pre-recorded. I always thought it was live.
Okay. I don't know what you want from me.
How about this? Why don't you, Alex, since we have you on the phone, take this opportunity to introduce the news the way you feel Roz should be introducing the news.
Oh,
calling me out, eh, Mocha?
Yeah. Go ahead, big shot.
Well, it's funny. Before, real quick, I will say, I got to say, even though Mocha's calling me out, Roz is still my favorite.
Okay, well, nobody asked.
Wow.
Okay, well.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Hey, Mocha, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's do the news.
That actually wasn't bad.
That was really good.
Yeah. I may call you tomorrow, okay, bro?
Thanks, Alex.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
You too.
Jabroni. Stop calling here. It's almost like a prank call when people do that. Stop calling the house. It's looking like the Super Mario movie has found its cast. It has found its Mario. Very controversial choice.
Okay.
A lot of people are claiming Italiophobia.
Really? Are you serious?
Well, I mean, yes, it's happening. Are they serious? No, not really.
Oh.
So Chris Pratt will be your new Mario.
Hold on.
It's me, Mario. Chris Pratt's going to be your Mario.
Here we go.
Anna Taylor-Joy is Princess Peach. Charlie Day is Luigi. And Jack Black is going to be Bowser.
Oh, sick.
Keegan-Michael Key is going to be Toad. And Seth Rogen will play Donkey Kong.
Oh, amazing. Animated or live action?
Animated.
Okay.
Animated. Live action. Chris Pratt's huge. I guess you could shrink him down. One user on social media wrote, "We regret to announce that Chris Pratt, in an attempt to method act, has fallen down a bottomless pit and died."
Oh, no.
Somebody else wrote, "The Mario voice cast started off horrible with Chris Pratt and then got amazing with every actor afterwards."
Oh, no.
But despite the criticism, Chris Pratt was on Instagram last night and had this to say to fans.
So when I was a kid, I lived in Lake Stevens, Washington, and there's this coin-operated laundromat near my house, and it had Super Mario Brothers, the original arcade game. Oh, I loved that game. I never had a quarter, it felt like. I'd either steal them from the wishing well.
Oh, no, you did not.
Who doesn't?
I'd steal. That's wild.
Yeah, man.
Just dawned on me right now. The quarter I stole out of the wishing well to play Super Mario Brothers has come true that I get to be the voice of Mario. But I clearly stole someone else's wish. So just waiting for that. that
Yeah, facts.
row of karma dominoes to come crashing down
Oh,
on me.
no,
But
your
as it
career's
is
over.
right now,
Career's
it's
over.
me, a Mario. That's not the voice. You'll have to wait to hear the voice. But we've been working hard at it, and I'm really excited to announce that I'm going to be the voice of that video game that I dreamed about playing as a kid.
So good. So
oh, my
good.
God. Yo, I am so hyped for this movie.
Yeah, so am I. It's going to be real
That's a
great.
great cast.
I
Great
only
cast.
I played my first Mario game like a couple of months ago because I'd never played a Mario game before. Right? Ever.
You never played like regular Super Mario Brothers?
Never. I never had
Even
Nintendo.
like Super NES?
Never,
or
never had. I was never a Nintendo guy.
like never of the none
No.
of the like the Mario World games?
No,
or?
zero. No,
Even at a friend's place?
Nope, never.
Wow.
No, Nintendo was for children because I was a little bit older. Like I was into the other
Little
sort
bit.
of games, right? And when I was growing up, the people that I knew that played Nintendo were girls, and they loved Mario and all that stuff, but I was playing games on like computers. So like the graphics were hardcore and you could shoot things. Like I was into that world.
Sure.
And so for me, like the girls that I would date were into Mario and I was just never into those games. But Roxy got Luigi's Haunted Mansion on,
is that
on
good?
Switch. Dude, Luigi's Haunted Mansion, because it's a 2-player game. So we play together, right? So I'm Luigi and then she's like Ghost Luigi or Blob Luigi. He's like slime. And then you play together, and you just sort of like have to go through this giant mansion, and it's amazing. It's
Did you play
it's
the original though?
yeah, because there's parts in all of these Switch games where you go to like the 8-bit
You still hit your
version
head to get
of-
coins?
Yeah.
Oh, sick.
Yeah, but no, it's great. So I love that.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Kim Kardashian posted a shot on Instagram with just a microphone pack, a mic pack, and it was all wrapped up. And then all she wrote was day one.
Day one?
Day one of, I'm guessing, shooting the new show. Right?
Oh, right. Yeah, because they have their own deal.
Yes.
That they're
the,
running.
The Hulu show.
Yeah.
So all she did was post a picture of a microphone that you clip on, right?
Yeah.
But it was the pack that you clip on the back of your pants, and all she wrote was day one.
Okay,
So
then.
that's kind of badass if you're a fan of the Kardashians.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
There was a COVID party in Alberta. And when I say COVID party, I mean like one of those parties where parents used to have chickenpox parties,
What's
where,
that?
where like one kid would have chickenpox, and then
Yeah.
all the parents who had kids who had not had chickenpox, they all got together and exposed all the children to chickenpox, so they would get it young, so they wouldn't have to deal with the complications of possibly getting chickenpox older in life. This used to happen. This was a thing.
My parents should have done that. I got
Right.
chickenpox when I was in high school.
Did you? So your parents didn't love you.
Hey!
What?
That's not true at all.
Man. So there was a COVID party in just outside Edmonton where guests tried to intentionally get COVID to, quote, build up natural immunity. Oh, God. And it happened about 2 weeks ago. It sent a few people to a local hospital, a couple to an ICU in Edmonton. And the idea of sort of like herd immunity has been real hot lately. Paul Brandt, who's a country singer from Alberta, made headlines after he went on social media to say that he did not get vaccinated because he had the virus already. And he felt that he didn't need to get the virus. And then he started this conversation. And he went back later and told people that after he had talked to a bunch of medical experts that he completely reversed his decision and got the virus. So, yeah, so there's a lot going on, man, out in Alberta. Like, geez, guys, you got to get it together.
Listen, mission accomplished. They wanted to get together to get
I
COVID.
know, but you don't want to wind up in the ICU.
Well, that's a you problem. I see that. You idiots.
I see you being dumb.
Yeah. I see you acting a fool.
Right?
Not
Yeah.
educating yourself.
No,
I see you.
Can't
Can't breathe.
I see you can't breathe.
Yeah. And guess
Yeah.
what? I'm not going to help. Don't reach for my hand.
Do we have time to play quickly the Kelly Clarkson Christmas song?
Absolutely.
So Kelly Clarkson released a brand new.
Christmas!
Yes, baby. Yes.
Dog,
brand
it
new.
just hit fall this week.
I know. But Kelly Clarkson's got a brand new Christmas song out. It's called Christmas Isn't Canceled, Just You.
Oh. I see you. Canceled.
You run all my favorite things, but you won't take Christmas from me. I'll be hanging every light I find in this house, playing Christmas music.
Okay. Beautiful song.
Yeah.
Love you, Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah.
I'm not ready yet.
No?
No.
Hear the bells? What do I always say? Gotta have bells.
Oh, absolutely. That's what makes it a Christmas song.
Yeah.
Yeah, good song, but I'm not ready yet.
You're not ready?
No.
Okay.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Tiger King 2 is coming back to Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sequel.
No,
Tiger.
Oh, you can't tell me
Tiger King 2 coming to Netflix before the end of the year. They have not given a specific date. Carol Baskin.
Stop trying to rush through this story because I want to play this.
Cause I saw Tiger, now I understand.
Okay, go ahead.
Carol Baskin apparently not happy about it.
Of course.
She did not take part in this one, they say.
I wonder if they asked. They probably did, right?
She says the director said that they wanted to, quote, clear the air about how she was treated in the first Tiger King, but she told them to get stuffed.
Oh.
Sorry, actually what she said was, lose my number. I don't know if that's a quote or not. She says there's no explanation for such a betrayal and false portrayal. If people want to know the actual truth behind the big cat crisis in the U.S. and how it all started, they should be demanding to see The Conservation Game, which is a film by, I guess, somebody named Michael Weber. His film answers the important questions that Tiger King glossed over, she said. So Netflix isn't saying much about TK2. But there is a clip in the trailer of what looks like Joe Exotic doing an interview from behind bars.
So that was going to be my next question. Can you do a Tiger King documentary?
Yes.
Call it Tiger King and not have Joe Exotic a part of it.
Right.
And
you
you
still
would
have
think
all the staff
knowing
at the place, right?
Yeah.
the ones that are still alive.
I'm not interested in this anymore, though.
Yeah, it's done.
I can't go back to that world. I was fine when COVID happened and Tiger King sort of united everybody, and it was this wild, weird thing that everybody just experienced together, and it gave us something to talk about. But I have zero interest in going back into that world with those people.
You don't want to see what happens next?
Zero. Nope. I know what happens next.
Yeah.
He went to jail.
He's in jail.
The problem
Forever.
with part 2 of documentaries, right, was part 1, nobody had any idea what you were watching.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody had any idea what this story was or who these people were. The problem with part 2 of documentaries, and you saw this with the second documentary that they did from Making a Murderer, which is in between, after that documentary airs, there was so much information available for Joe Exotic and everybody in that world that everybody sort of read what they wanted to read. And now when part 2 comes out, there's not, like, what is new? What can they do that's new in it? And what can they do that's even interesting in it? Because, like, do I want to watch Joe Exotic, who is convicted already, plead his case from behind bars? It's not interesting to me. Those people aren't interesting to me anymore. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm good without it.
Yeah,
I
totally.
don't think I'll watch it.
I will.
Oh. Wow.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the Global Citizen I don't even know what it was. What's that thing that the big concert over the weekend? Global Citizen. This is where the Fugees got back together and they did that show. J-Lo was there. She did a couple of her legendary tracks. One of them, she brought out Ja Rule all these years later.
It's murder.
To bring pain to pretty women and fake thugs wanting the same. There's only room for 2. I've been making less room for you.
Sounds the exact same, huh?
Come on, hug
Yeah,
me, love
absolutely.
me, judge me. The only man that hovers above me.
It's crazy.
He hasn't lost it.
No.
At all.
How does he look? Does he still look the same?
He looks exactly the same.
Yeah. Little guys have that ability. It's tough for bigger guys to look the same years and years later. It's easier for little guys. You ever notice that?
No, I can't relate.
It's much easier for little guys. Yeah.
Yeah, good for him.
Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
After a strong first week on Dancing with the Stars, Cheryl Burke, who was actually supposed to be on with us later this morning, not going to happen, revealed that she has tested positive for COVID-19. Listen to this.
Okay, guys, so I have really bad news. I am positive, which means I have COVID. I've been feeling progressively worse. But yeah, the PCR test came back and it came back positive, and I just feel so bad. I feel so bad for Cody. I feel like I'm letting him down. I just feel like
Oh no, that poor girl.
Yeah, so she has to go into 10-day lockdown, and so they were about to tape tonight's episode.
So what happens to Cody?
I don't know. Don't know. Maybe they pair him up with somebody else.
Oh no.
But depending on the last time, what's that, Maury? Yeah, so that's the whole thing.
What happened?
Is that he's with her, right?
Yeah.
So
Also,
he'll have to
quarantine,
he'll
yeah.
have to get tested in quarantine and all that stuff too. So it's not looking good for
So
Cody.
no Peloton
on
classes
that
with
show.
Cody for the next 10 days.
No,
At least no new classes.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, but that's sort of the protocol when it comes to COVID.
Damn.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
The NBA, and they got a real sort of COVID problem on their hands. So first, I don't know if you saw this, but the NBA officially denied Andrew Wiggins' request for a religious exemption to not get the COVID-19 vaccine.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he went at them with some sort of religious exemption thing. I don't know.
God don't want me to?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah?
And they said no. But then there was a huge article in Rolling Stone talking about the NBA's anti-vaxxers and how they're trying to push around the league and that it's working. Let me read you this. Conspiracy theories in the locker room. Superstars are trying to avoid getting the vaccine. Despite Commissioner Adam Silver's declaration that the NBA will not implement a vaccine mandate heading into the 2021-2022 season, higher-ups are beginning to worry that the remaining number of players are basing their decision to not get vaccinated on conspiracy theories.
Really?
Kyrie Irving is reportedly leading a coalition of NBA players refusing the COVID vaccine. Since New York and LA have mandated the vaccine for athletes, this would mean that some players, like Kyrie Irving, would miss home games.
Oh, no.
The NBA worries that...
Kyrie seems like that kind of guy, though.
Yeah, the NBA
Right?
worries that
Absolutely.
Kyrie, joining other players such as Orlando's Jonathan Isaac, will opt out of games where the vaccine is required. So we're talking New Orleans, Los Angeles, and New York City.
Wow.
And it was sort of up in the air as to whether LeBron James had been vaccinated or not. He was asked about it, and what he said was that anything that has to do with 99.9% of the things that happen off the court are a family decision. And so he was super vague about it. Like he just didn't say whether he got it or not.
Say yes or no.
I know. However, general manager in Los Angeles Lakers, Rob Pelinka, claims that when opening night does happen, the squad will be fully ready, saying on opening night, all of the players that are currently signed on our roster will be deemed fully vaccinated, and we are grateful for that. So I guess that would include LeBron.
Yeah.
So he answered that for him, I guess.
Wow.
But the NBA has like a real problem on their hands.
It's going to be an interesting season.
Because I think that they said, and it sounds really great when you say we're at 90% vaccination rate,
Sure.
right? Sounds really great. But when you start looking around as to who's in that 10%, that could be seriously damaging
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
to a
That's a
season.
lot of people.
That's a lot of people,
In
man.
America.
And depending on, whether there's stars on teams, but you'll find out once people start showing up, and hockey players are like that too, where,
So what are they going to say? Like, are the announcers just going to be like, or is it just going to be known? Like, so-and-so's not playing.
You'll know it. You'll know it.
Because they're not vaccinated.
You'll know it ahead of time. Yeah, guaranteed you'll know it ahead of time. But it's wild.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
And in New York City, the cops ran something called Operation Room Service.
Okay.
Which was a police investigation into bust people using parked vans on New York streets as Airbnbs.
Excuse me?
Yeah, for $100 a night.
What?
According to the records, they scooped up 7 of these vans.
7?
All of them were registered with New Jersey license plates. 3 of the vans had expired. Their tags had expired more than 4 years ago, while 3 others had plates belonging to other vehicles, and the 7th car wasn't even registered at all.
But for how much?
$100 a night. And the reason they started the investigation was based on a YouTuber's video, because a YouTuber actually went and stayed in one and then reviewed it.
Oh, really?
On YouTube. Yeah. And these vans, they look like those old sort of 70s vans with the blacked out windows and wood paneling on the sides
What's inside?
and stuff like that. Just I guess like a bed. I don't know, but they just park them on the street, and then you get it through an Airbnb service, and then I guess you meet somebody out front of the van and they give you the keys. And I don't think you're allowed to drive it. I think that you just have to sleep in it.
Huh.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess, like, if you don't want to spend the money on a hotel,
Yeah, but
it's just like a quick,
Yeah, but you can't you can't rent out a car or a van on a city street for money for somebody to sleep in. Right? Like, you just can't.
I guess.
You can't. And charge somebody $100. So don't stay in somebody's van for $100 a night.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
I don't know what's going on with Machine Gun Kelly, but he has, the shine is running off that guy fast.
What happened now?
So he was at the Louder Than Life festival over the weekend, and I'm just watching footage now where I guess he got into an altercation with a fan, and he threw a punch and then went and hid behind his security guards and all this stuff. And then the crowd was booing him, and then he turned around to say that, anyway, so listen. So here's the end of what you're going to hear. This is from a fan recording with their phone.
Yeah.
And this is Machine Gun Kelly at the Louder Than Life festival. You're going to hear his song end, and then from where this fan was standing anyway, you're going to hear the reaction that he got.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude, everyone get on the shoulders of some strong, sweaty guy and crowd surf on up here. This next song goes like this, because clearly people don't know. All I know is I don't do nothing.
Oh, no.
People talk, but they don't do nothing.
Oh, wow.
And one of the guys in one of the other bands at the festival, from a guy named Matt Hafey from a band called Trivium. I guess when he was on stage, he called him Squirt Gun Kelly.
Oh no!
and then the dudes in that band Slipknot, which Machine Gun Kelly was talking trash about them, they were playing some show over the weekend, and their whole audience was chanting FMGK.
Oh no!
Yeah, so the shine, and then Machine Gun Kelly just punched some guy in the face and then ran and hid. People were saying, "Hey, listen, Eminem did a lot of things, but I ain't never seen Eminem hit a fan in the face and then hide behind his security guards."
Yeah,
like they're really clowning on him hard. Like the shine just like it's all like in one sort of wave. The shine is just like right off Machine Gun Kelly.
And when he made that switch to like punk rock music, there's that one song that he released that I was like, wow, this is actually pretty good.
Yeah,
I didn't mind it.
Obviously, don't. I literally just shook when you referred to what Machine Gun Kelly does as punk rock. I physically
the music that he released,
yeah,
with a lot of the drumming and guitars,
right? Yes,
and a lot of the yelling, yelly singing,
yes.
Don't know what genre that is.
Yeah, it's
but
not.
That first song was
It's
actually
not what he thinks it is.
all right.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the Madonna movie, the biopic, is going ahead. She's heavily involved. I think she's writing it with Dakota. No, who's she writing it with? She's writing it with. She was with.
Dakota Johnson.
No.
Dakota Fanning.
No, not Dakota Fanning.
The girl that worked on Juno.
Yeah, the writer of Juno. Who's that? I think she won the Academy Award for it.
Dakota Juno.
No, not Dakota Juno. Anyway, I could be wrong about that even. But anyway, so the story
Diablo
then becomes...
Cody.
Diablo Cody, thank you.
Oh.
So the story then becomes, well, who plays Madonna, right?
Yeah.
Who do you get now to play Madonna? And there have been a lot of names thrown out there. Who have you thought would be perfect? More?
So the person everyone's talking about is Florence Pugh.
Who would you think would be perfect? That was
Oh,
what
I like
asked.
this one.
You
I
do?
agree with this one.
Do you have a
1000%.
second choice in case she's not interested, not available?
I thought Madonna's daughter would do it. Lourdes.
Yeah, no, you need somebody who's going to sell a movie, though. Lourdes
That's
can't
true.
sell. Lourdes
Yeah,
can't
I'm
sell
just
a
thinking
movie.
somebody who looks like her. Who
Like,
could
you
do
need to
it.
get in the-
Florence Pugh. Yeah, you know what?
You need to be in
Definitely.
the world of like Florence Pugh, Kristen Stewart. Like you need to sort of be in
You need a
that
name.
world. Yeah, you need
Sure,
a
sure.
name, right? But anyway, so this is Madonna addressing the sort of exactly what Maury was saying, which is as soon as Florence Pugh's name came up, everybody was like, "Wow, that is a
good
perfect, good idea."
I don't know. We haven't decided yet, but she's definitely up there. She's up there on the list. If she'll have me. It's a pretty crazy experience so far. I'm just in the writing process and just deciding which stories to tell, how much detail to go into, which characters to develop. It's really been a long and arduous process, but it's been really therapeutic as
Doesn't
well.
it sound like Madonna, really?
Well, because she's wearing grills.
Oh, is that why she's got grills in?
Yeah.
Oh, for God's sakes,
How-
Madonna. Do you remember that episode of Modern Family when Cam got braces,
Yeah.
adult braces? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's what Madonna sounds like.
How old is Madonna now? Like 80? She should
Come
not be
on,
rocking
man.
grills. If you're 80 years old, you don't belong.
disrespect the queen.
You don't belong with
right.
grills.
With no, unless you're sort of like being ironic kind of thing, right? Like
She's
if,
not being
if Shatner showed up with grills, you'd be like, hey, that's awesome.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
So the Toronto Raptors, they say, are 1 second dose away from being a fully vaccinated squad.
Oh, yeah.
And will be 100% by opening night, October 20th. Now, here's the interesting part. Visiting players who are unvaccinated, NBA players who are unvaccinated can play in Toronto this season. Under a national interest exemption clause, I guess it is, meaning that they will be restricted to Scotiabank Arena and the team's hotel and will have to pass a COVID-19 test when they arrive in Canada. But the unvaxxed will be allowed to play.
I'm going to tell you why this is a terrible idea.
Why is that?
Because anti-vaxxers, anti-maskers are going to now use this in their argument. They're going to try to storm Scotiabank Arena now, like they did the Eaton Center and all the other places.
Hey, listen,
last
no,
week?
I don't think that they should storm anything. But I mean, if you go looking for hypocrisy, you know, and you find something like this,
Oh no!
I don't
this
know.
is just going to fuel their fire.
It should fuel their fire. I'm not saying don't do stupid things, right?
No, obviously.
But I'm saying that if you're looking for hypocrisy and you go, you'll find it, and you don't have to look far or farther than the Raptors and the NBA and Scotiabank Arena. Like,
It's going to be a mess. Anyway, go Raptors.
yeah, like every other person in that building watching that game has to show a COVID vaccine certificate before you go in.
I kind of feel like this is more so for the Raptors players, though, no? Because if this doesn't exist, then the Raptors themselves can't play in Toronto.
It says, yeah, but it says visiting players who are unvaccinated can play in Toronto.
Right, but what I'm saying is American players, American Toronto Raptors players would end up having to play back in Tampa Bay if this exemption doesn't exist. Right? It's more so for the Toronto Raptor players.
No, because players wouldn't normally be able to get over the border.
Which would mean that they would have to stay in Tampa Bay.
But it's any player. So it's Raptors or visiting players.
Right. So I'm saying I think this is more for the Raptors to allow them to actually play here in Toronto again.
Well, the Raps are going to be 100% vaccinated.
They're almost vaccinated.
Right.
yeah.
No. Right. I know that the Raptors are now. I'm just saying without this exemption, right? I think they wouldn't allow for Toronto Raptors players to play in Toronto at all.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, because it's blanket.
Because
Right
blanket.
across the entire NBA league. It's going to be interesting, though.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
David Letterman crashed the Brooklyn Nets press conference talking to, I guess he went and sat in the press gallery where everybody was and started asking Kevin Durant dumb questions. And so here is David Letterman posing as a reporter with Kevin Durant.
Dave from Basketball Digest. KD, why do people call you KD?
My first name is Kevin. K.
Right.
My last name is Durant with a D.
This year, what percentage do you plan on giving on the court? 90, 95, 100, 110? What are we looking at?
110.
110. I just got off the phone with the Dolan family, and they said that they're talking to the commissioner now. They're looking at working a contractual deal that will allow you, when you're not playing for the Nets, days off, you'll be able to play for the Knicks. Comments?
All right, Dave, that was the last one.
I'm sorry, was that a comment?
That's it.
What about the Pelicans? When you guys play the Pelicans, does it kind of make you giggle?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That's all I got.
Good job, Dave. You let anybody in here.
Yo, is this part of something? Like, is Dave filming something?
Yeah, I
for-
think that Kevin Durant is probably going to be on My
Yeah.
Next Guest Needs No Introduction,
Thank
and they
you.
were filming something for that. That's what
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
You think KD was in on it?
This was. Yeah, I mean, he sounded like he was. No reporter gets to ask 4 ridiculous questions in a row
Right.
like that, right?
Yeah.
But no, it was good.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
On Dancing with the Stars last night, we already went over the Cheryl Burke and Cody situation where Cheryl Burke tested positive for COVID. She's in quarantine. And so what they did last night was they ran rehearsal footage of Cheryl and Cody, and that's what they were judged on. But none of that helped Martin Kove, Kreese from Karate Kid and Cobra Kai, who they were really rough on him in week one and weren't really any better with him last night.
Definitely more content and more steps. Not always in the right order or at the right time, but definitely more. So we're moving in the right direction.
You can come to my dojo now.
Marianne, I see your face. I know. I'm just happy for you because this week you look like you had fun and you let loose. I mean, that was like, I don't know how many counts of 8 that solo was and if that was any choreography at all.
Well, let me first of all congratulate you, Britt, because I think you've done a sterling job working there on Martin. Martin, I can't give it a big mark because it wasn't that great.
And Dammit Mori caught up with Martin Kove after elimination. Martin was, in fact, sent home.
Are you shocked or do you understand, I guess, how it's all worked out for this evening? When, you were voted out, what is going through your mind with that?
No, I'm really okay with that. I'm really okay with that because the competition is far above Marty Kove doing mashed potatoes and the slop and doing all the twist and temptations routines. It's far above that. It's really classy ballroom dancing. But it's hard. It's just harder than I thought. What we see tonight, those contestants, those other, 14 couples, they were just brilliant. And I get such a kick out of watching them. And you can't compete with that unless you spend hours and hours and hours rehearsing.
Nobody's shocked, right? There's always that one, right?
Oh.
There's always that one.
Like during announcement week, you know, right? You're like, you look at that name,
I know.
you look at that person, and you're like, no skills.
Yeah.
You're going to last 1 week, and then you got to go
I feel
home.
bad for their partner because they really give them no shot at winning the mirror ball, right?
That's
Anyway.
Martin Kove, who got eliminated on last night's Dancing with the Stars.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Okay, let me get to the bottom of this whole Dolly Parton controversy on TikTok. The big story yesterday was that Dolly Parton joined TikTok. She already had over 500,000 followers, and she posted this. This was Dolly's first TikTok.
Woohoo! Well, hello. I guess I'm on TikTok. I just dropped in to say everything's going to be okay. You keep the faith. Woo, 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 woo. I can do it, so can you. Woo, 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 woo. I believe in you.
Aw.
Okay, so here's the thing, though, is let me play you this. Can you turn my computer for 1 second here?
Of course I can.
Let me play you this. You remember how what she just did just there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let me play you this.
Woohoo! Well, hello. I guess I'm on TikTok. I just dropped in to say everything's going to be okay. You keep the faith. And to remind you that I'll be on tonight reading a story at 7 o'clock Eastern time. And to say woo, 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 woo.
So that other TikTok, they cut out the part where Dolly said that she was going to be on tonight reading a story.
Wait, who cut it out?
So here's the thing. That TikTok that everybody was saying was Dolly's first TikTok was actually posted on Dolly's organization called Imagination Library in April of 2020. So that's a
well over a year
very
ago.
old video. And then Dolly Parton, that account that posted this new video, which was the old video, got suspended. And then everybody was like, oh my God, how does TikTok ban Dolly? And it was this
Why, because it
giant
was
controversy.
old content?
Because it wasn't Dolly.
But that was Dolly.
But it wasn't her TikTok.
Oh, because it wasn't created in the platform.
It wasn't Dolly's account. This account that Dolly.
Oh, it wasn't an actual, like, an official Dolly Parton account.
No.
Okay.
No, that's
Now I
why.
understand.
That's why everybody's like, how do you ban Dolly Parton for copyright violations? And everybody's like, TikTok is so crazy. What are you doing? How do you do this to Dolly? The account that posted as Dolly yesterday wasn't actually Dolly. The
Gotcha.
video they posted and everybody ran with saying this is Dolly's first TikTok was a video that Dolly did in 2020. So
Gotcha.
that's what's going on with Dolly Parton on TikTok.
Huh.
Okay. I need to take a breath after that one.
The Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
R. Kelly finally found guilty in a landmark conclusion to the most high-profile trial to arise out of the Me Too era. A jury found R. Kelly guilty on all 9 federal sex trafficking and racketeering charges. The verdict was announced yesterday in Brooklyn, New York. Faces 10 years, which is the mandatory minimum, to life in prison for charges related to nearly 30 years worth of allegations of physical and sexual abuse against women and minors. The verdict followed 5 weeks of testimony from 50 different witnesses.
Wow.
So finally, right?
That man is done.
10 years to life is what R. Kelly is looking at.
And now it's time for Ask Roz and Mocha.
One of our favorite parts of the podcast. We get to answer the questions that you're asking. Hello, Mel. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good. It's Roz and Mocha. Welcome to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast. What's your question for the room?
The question is actually my 12-year-old son, Jackson's, and he's going to ask it.
Oh, okay.
Hi.
Hey, buddy. How are you?
So my question is, who in your life had the most impact on your life now?
Who in your life had the most impact on your life now? Do you have an answer to that?
No.
No. Okay.
It's like, yeah, Ninja on Twitch right now.
Also, yeah, Maury, what'd you say?
I said your mom's right there.
I know. You can't help but take that personally, huh? Geez. Does your mom have an answer to this question?
I don't know.
Okay.
It's like, I don't know, and I don't care.
11-year-olds, my God.
Probably myself, actually.
You're going to what?
Probably myself had the most impact on my life, with my own healing journey, I think.
Yourself?
That doesn't seem like you should be able to say yourself.
I know, that doesn't seem
I know, right?
Well, hold on. Let's hear her out.
Yeah.
I'd like to hear you out, Mel. Why are you saying you for this answer? And what is the healing journey, if you're allowed to say?
It's been a long journey for me. I guess I've always just followed my intuition and putting that first. And just like listening and able to get where I am today.
Okay. Well, I get it. You can't really say too much, but all good. I hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting, huh? God, now that I know that we can say ourselves, definitely.
You never should have said that, Mel. Damn it. The most impact on your life.
Yeah.
You want to come back to you, Roz?
No. I can. I mean, geez, there have been so many people that have impacted my life, but it doesn't necessarily have to be a positive impact, right?
Sure.
Like I think that impacting your life can have been something extremely negative or traumatic that impacted or changed the direction in your life, and that still would be the person who it impacted your life. It's like Time Magazine, naming Trump Person of the Year. Doesn't mean you're great.
Yeah.
It just means that, that's what they think of you kind of thing. But I would say overall, if I had to kind of boil it down to who had the most impact on my life, I would say that would be Catherine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not your mom or your dad?
No, because everything up to that point that had impacted me was sort of left me in a place where you were feeling a little bit weird, a little bit lost. And then Catherine was the sort of one that came in and made a lot of things make sense, if that does make any sense. So I would say that the sort of greatest impact, a lot of people did impact me, but I would say that the greatest impact that somebody had on my life was Catherine.
Damn it, Maury.
I thought you'd mention when you woke up drunk on someone's couch, like they had an impact because they didn't rob you.
No, but that's not really an impact. And also, to be honest with you, none of those moments in my life really mean anything, right?
Because you forgot, because you weren't mentally
They
there.
they didn't mean anything then, right?
Sorry to hear that.
No,
It was a hell of a party, but still.
I spent a lot of time. I spent a lot of time with a lot of people where it meant nothing to me at the time. But yeah, I would say Catherine. Maury?
I was going to say my aunt, like my legal guardian, Susie.
Right. And explain,
There's no other answer.
Explain the sort of the reasoning behind
She was
that.
there when my mom left my dad. She took us in.
Right.
She was there for me for my whole life. She was like she not only legal guardian angel.
Yep.
Like she, when anything bad up until now, anything bad happens, she's there.
What is the actual relationship?
Honestly, it was my mom's best friend growing up.
Okay.
Period.
So
End
you're
of discussion.
right. So that was your mom's best friend growing up, and then you were born. Your mom left you and your dad, and
Yeah.
then your mom's best friend, Angel, stepped up, realizing that you and your dad, but especially you, needed help.
And she lived like in a house where back then, and like I guess it would be like 1980.
Yeah.
And back then, she turned off the heating and air conditioning on the main floor of her house. And my dad shows up and is like, I don't know what to do with this kid. He was 22. He's like, help me.
Right.
She's like, if you pay for the heating and everything on the main floor, you can have it.
Wow.
Oh,
you
wow.
know? And
Really,
then
Did she still did she maintain a relationship with your mom? At
No,
all?
no, not at all. After this, because
After that? Okay.
No, because in fact, there are people still in my life who are so embarrassed by what she did that they don't talk to her anymore.
By what? Who did? Your mom did, or your?
About what Susie did. They're
Really?
embarrassed that she had to pick up and take care of me because your daughter couldn't.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right,
You know, and
right,
she
right.
understands that I have a relationship with my grandmother on that side. She
Mm-hmm.
totally gets it or whatever, but she was always there. And you know,
Was there ever a thing between Susie and your dad?
No, but people
because that's where your head goes, right?
Absolutely, but there never was.
Interesting.
Yeah, no, because she was married to Gary at the time.
Right at the time.
What happened to Gary?
No, and then Gary, they split up years later, and now
Yeah.
she's with someone else.
Right. And so you spent how much of your life with Susie then?
Like living with her? Or, I mean,
Yeah.
I've been with her my whole life.
Right,
But living
but
with
living
her.
with her, how long did that
then
period
I
last?
lived with her for a few years.
Yeah.
Then fast forward, I lived with her for 6 months when I came out. Do you see what I mean?
Right.
She was
Yeah,
always
yeah,
there.
yeah,
always
yeah,
there.
Yeah. Okay. Mocha?
The most impact on my life, I actually have two answers. Number one, my dad. Number two is Jenna.
Right.
My dad, because just like growing up, and I didn't realize it until like I was in my 20s, was when I started paying a little bit more attention to what he does for our family and what he did for our family growing up, like working like endless, like at one point in my life, he was working like 3 jobs.
Yeah.
Right. When it was just my mom, my dad, and I, before my sisters even were in the picture.
Yeah.
Right. It was just 3 of us. My dad was working 3 jobs to help provide for the family. And just seeing like him as just being this hard worker and always willing to go above and beyond, and then like the love that he has for his family. So learning a lot of like, I guess, life lessons from him. And then Jenna, she is, my God, dude, she's like the smartest person I know.
No
and
offense.
What was the impact though? Like talk about the impact that Jenna had. Like how did you, like were you going one way and then Jenna sort of like switched things around,
I fell in love with her.
Yeah.
Because I was at a point in my life where I was A-okay, and I had convinced myself that I was going to be single for the rest of my life.
Yeah, you and I both talked about that because we
Single,
both felt that way.
no kids,
Yeah.
and I was just going to be living the life that I was living.
Yeah.
And then she enters my life and
Right.
changes everything. So everything that I had made up in my mind that I was not going to have, I now have. Living in a house. We got 2 dogs. We have a 4-year-old at home. You know what I mean?
You ever say to her, like, if it wasn't for you, I'd still be single?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
She knows she changed my life completely.
Yeah. I don't know if you would still be single, but I certainly know that you wouldn't be as happy.
Yeah.
Right? You
Oh,
know what I mean?
I'm like beyond happy.
You're a relationship guy. You were, from what I got from you, you were never the sort of philandering, man about town, wake up in strangers' beds type of dude.
Yeah, no,
right?
no.
That just wasn't you, right?
No.
I wish I was.
Wait a second, we got 12-year-old Jackson still on the phone. I can hear this right now.
I hope
It's
that
too late now. Like when you're in your 40s, you can't do that.
No, well, you can, but you're married more.
That should have been what you led with. You're married. Hey, Mel, we appreciate you. Jackson, we appreciate you as well. You guys have a wicked day, and thank you for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show.
Thank you.
Hold on. Jackson, 12-year-old Jackson, between Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
Roz.
Thanks, man.
Mel,
Big
between
up.
Roz and Mocha, who's your favorite?
This is the first time I've ever hearing you guys, so I don't have a favorite.
Oh.
Where have you been?
Just based on this conversation, who do you like better? I'm Roz.
I'm Mocha.
Who do you like best?
I love all of you guys.
Man, I don't know about that.
Just say Roz.
What?
Yeah, wow, more? That's rude.
Both of you. I love you both equally the same.
Because this is your first time, we'll let you get away with it. But
Yeah.
normally we
Thank
force
you,
an
thank
answer
you.
out of you. Okay.
Thanks, Mel. Have a good day.
I will, you too.
All right, you take it easy. Thanks for calling. Bye-bye.
Matt Tarb says here.
That was weird, huh?
Yeah.
Like the kid called. She let the kid call into the podcast. She had no idea what the show was.
Yeah.
Right?
Well,
That's
whatever.
wild to me. Okay.
Supportive mom, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe her son, maybe Jackson was like, I really want to talk to these guys. I really want to be on the podcast, right?
Right.
Matt says
God,
here.
she must think we're the most depressing radio show ever after that conversation.
That's true. If this is
Right?
your first time
Could you imagine her
interacting or
kids like,
listening,
I love these guys. They're so funny, Mom. You're going to love them. It's hilarious. You got to listen to it. And we're all like, my mom left me. My dad worked 3 jobs.
Okay, let me get to Matt's question here. I have similar hair to Roz.
Okay.
I'm 26.
All right, hot stuff.
How can I keep it looking as good as his when I'm 50?
You don't wash it.
First of all, I'm not 50, you
You're pretty close.
Okay, I don't mind being close to 50, but
I
I'm
don't-
not 50.
No, I don't think he's calling you 50. I just think he's thinking that once he
Okay, so then there
gets
is
to-
only answer. There is only
Yeah, but
one
you're in
answer
the
to this
driveway
question.
of 50.
There is only one answer to this question. Then,
Okay.
I don't know because I'm not 50.
Okay.
I think he
Bro,
thinks you're
getting
50.
so heated right now.
Right?
No, but I think he thinks you're 50.
No, I know, but he's asking is he going to be able to keep great hair like me when he's 50? Right? My answer to that question is I don't know because I'm not 50. Now, had you said how old am I going to be? How old am I now?
You're 48.
No, I'm not.
No, he's going to
This
be
year,
48.
no, this year you're going to be
No,
48.
I am not.
Yeah,
48
you're going to be
this year.
48.
Yeah,
No.
you're in the driveway of 50.
No.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Okay.
Do the math, dude.
Hold on here. Wait.
You are going to be
No, I'm
48. Sorry.
Use your mouth
Sorry,
right there.
sorry.
Your filthy
Sorry,
mouth.
sorry.
That filthy
You're
mouth.
going to be 48.
Hold on. Am I
You are
really
much
though?
older
Yes.
than all of us.
Okay, but hold on a second here. Wait. Wait.
The realization right now.
Hold on. No. If so if I'm 48 and then
In 2 years, you'll be 50.
no, because then my brother, because that would mean that my brother would turn 51 in January, and he hasn't hit 50 yet.
Maybe he has and you don't remember.
Yeah, exactly. You have a terrible memory. I bet.
Did I miss my brother's 50th? Do I have
think
no
so.
recollection of my brother turning 50?
Yeah.
No.
I don't think you did anything to celebrate his 50th birthday.
No, hold on here.
Can we call him?
No. And ask what?
Are you 50?
No. I'm not worried about my brother turning 50, Maury. I'm worried about me turning 48. Okay, Jabroni? Hold on.
Wait, why don't you just get... What are you doing? Are you getting the calculator app?
Yeah. Okay, hold on here now.
We're in 2021.
Okay, first of all, start date would be 10, 22, 19. Scroll.
19 what?
74.
Okay, 1974. Yeah.
And then I want to...
Dog, you're going to be 48.
There's an easier way of doing this. Just 1974 minus, yeah.
Minus what?
No.
Or 2021 minus 1974.
No. Hold on here. No, because I want the exact, Maury. Hold on here from where we are. Give me a sec. Okay, so damn it. Give me 1 second. 10. Shut up, Shem. 24. 0. And it's 2021 that I'm going to be turning, right?
No, it's 2021 now.
That's what I mean. It's
Yes.
20, but I'm going to be turning 2021, right? 47 years.
Yeah.
Wait, so is he turning 47?
Just wait. Let me do that.
Was Mocha trolling you the whole
Hold on.
time?
I don't know. I actually don't know. I don't know. I'm using the internet to find out how old I am. Yeah, I'll be 47 this year.
I know. Happy early
Oh,
birthday.
shut up. You guys are man. Right?
Yeah, that was like the longest troll job.
I know. I don't.
I mean, don't listen to me.
honestly-
I
but
don't
here's-
know math.
Okay, but here's my thing. I honestly don't know how old I am. Right? Like I don't know how old I am.
You're 46 now.
Thank
You'll
you.
be 47
Thank
on your
you.
birthday.
Like I have no idea how old
According
I
to
am.
commercials, this is the year you're supposed to like start doing the precautions of putting the camera up your butt.
Excuse me.
This is when you have to go to the doctor to put the camera up your
Like
butt.
any camera or like a specific camera?
The specific camera.
Like a GoPro?
No,
yeah.
the long worm camera.
Oh, yeah, like a colonoscopy.
Yeah,
right?
you have to do that now.
Yeah, no, I know.
Have you done that?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I've had prostate exams. I've had all that stuff.
Wow. I'm
Yeah.
assuming everything's fine.
But he's here,
I
isn't
know.
he?
Why? Why?
Why? Because he's turning 48 this year?
Yeah.
I'm very worried
Stop
for you.
it. I was so. Well, first of all, you know what? I didn't feel bad. Honestly, I didn't feel bad that I forgot how old I was and then I was possibly turning 48. I felt bad because I thought that I missed my brother's 50
No.
or forgot my brother was turning 50.
No, you're fine.
God damn. Okay, cool.
So do you want to
Right.
answer Matt's question about the hair?
No, I don't. Screw Matt. That calculator that I use, by the way, and I use it all the time, is timeanddate.com, where you can put in 2 dates, right? Up to like the second kind of thing if you want to. And then it'll calculate exactly like it's so by the time I get to my birthday
What, it'll tell you like how many days old you are?
this year, I will be 17,167 days old.
Oh, so young.
Right? Yeah, thank you.
And also screw you, Matt.
Yeah, also screw you, Matt. I will be 2,452 weeks and 3 days old. 17,000 days. I will be 412,000 hours. I will be 24,720,480 minutes old. Yeah, they give you everything. It's real cool.
So young. JFR says here, what was your favorite snack to have in your lunch when you were in elementary school?
My famous what? Snack?
Favorite.
Oh, snack.
It was always a nice treat when my mom would pack like a little bag of chips or like a chocolate.
No, I
like
got
a
the
brand
one-
name chocolate.
The
in
one
there.
with those 3 crackers, and then it had the cheese on one cup, and then the red stick.
The sharp cornered red stick. Yeah, you can still buy those, you know.
Yeah.
That cheese was delicious too.
And my dad would send me with a wagon wheel.
Oh God, your father. Fake cheese and a wagon wheel. No wonder you eat the way you do now. You know what I mean? Okay, so what was my favorite snack? Definitely, like anytime I got chips, that was always the best. And my life when it came to school snacks was at its absolute peak. All throughout the month of November, because that's when my mom would buy an extra box of the mini bags of chips.
Oh,
right. And then I would always get to take one of those for lunch with me because I just love chips so much. But other than that, I didn't really eat snacks. Like I would have a tuna sandwich and that was really it. Like I'd go home for lunch and then my mom would make me something.
Yeah.
I'd have a grilled cheese sandwich and tomato soup. Sit down and watch Gilligan's Island, right?
Classic.
Like that was
Good for
mine,
you.
but I didn't really snack a lot. But for me, a tuna sandwich on white bread with a side of salt and vinegar chips is still one of my favorite meals of all time. I love that meal.
Dan Moore. Oh, you already said the cheese.
Wagon wheel
Fake
and fake cheese.
But then when I got to high school, he just sent me with money.
Right. What did you buy for the machine?
No. I would go to the cafe and get like poutine or something.
Excuse me?
Poutine.
Why do you say it like that?
Because it's the proper way.
That's stupid.
Poutine.
Yeah, poutine. Say poutine.
Poutine.
You know, because you don't even say it right. Like you don't even say it the right
Do you
right
know how to
French
say
way.
poutine?
Like properly?
Yeah.
Or in the French way?
No, like how regular people say it.
Well, there's poutine.
Yeah.
A
Okay,
poutine.
there.
Now,
So
why do you
say it
put
like
the
that.
emphasis on the poo though? That doesn't sound good.
He always does.
Yeah, right? Nobody says poutine. Ew, right? That sounds gross.
I would never eat that.
No, I would never in a million years. If I was like, oh, what is that? And they go poutine. Right? Like nobody,
No thanks.
Nobody wants that.
No thanks. Alan says here, what is the worst thing you could possibly drink to quench your thirst at the hottest hour of the hottest day of the year?
Milk.
Oh,
milk,
good one.
no,
Yeah,
eggnog.
it's so tasty.
Eggnog.
I would even say like a hot tea.
Oh, no. I don't mind a hot tea on a hot day.
No, hot drinks on a hot day are fine.
No, I can't do that.
A coffee on a hot day is
Or
delicious.
or a like a warm, not warm, but like a not cold can of like Coke or Pepsi.
Oh, wow.
I was
What
even
about
gonna
when your
say
mouth
milkshake. I would say milkshake.
What about when your mouth is just like super dry, right? And it's so hot.
Oh, yeah.
What's the worst thing that you could? I'm still saying eggnog. Anybody you don't
that's
like
so
you don't quench your thirst with eggnog, right?
Anything thick, like what you said,
Milkshake.
Maury, milkshake. But although
But
milkshake's like
milkshakes are
pretty
refreshing on a hot
Yeah,
day, though.
pretty
It's
refreshing.
ice cream.
No, I find milkshakes to be like after once you're done, it's like thick and it's gloppy.
Yeah, I thought you'd be into that. What else? Okay, so definitely milk, definitely chocolate milk. That's on there. Definitely eggnog. Any of the thick drinks.
Warm beer.
That's like when I see.
Oh yeah, warm beer, good one.
Well, yeah.
Gross.
Warm beer's not good. But that's like whenever you see somebody, and you often see them in movies, not so much in real life, but somebody whoever orders a White Russian, right? I'm like,
What's a White Russian again?
It's like it's.
But is it a vodka?
It's
mixed
alcohol
with-
and milk.
Yeah, chocolate
right?
milk or
But
something.
not to be
white
confused
milk.
with a brown cow.
Right.
What's brown cow?
Milk and Kahlua.
Oh, but
Yeah.
Kahlua already milky, isn't it?
Yes.
Ugh.
Yeah. Hold on here.
You're
Let me
adding
tell you.
milk
how
to milk?
Oh, bro.
Yeah, what's this Russian one called?
It's a
Russian-
white Russian.
White Russian,
and
okay.
it is it's what the Big Lebowski drank. Remember that movie?
Never seen it.
You never saw the Big Lebowski?
Mm-mm.
Oh, okay. Hold on here. Let me just find out. Let me ingredients. Okay, so a White Russian is vodka, fresh cream, and coffee liqueur.
Oh,
it's thick.
gross.
Bro, it's thick.
No
and when I
thanks.
see people drinking that, I'm like, God, that's like drinking like alcoholic milk.
Uh-huh.
What
Right?
is it
Like
again?
who
So it's
wants
cream?
alcoholic milk? Yeah, it's like milk, vodka, and coffee liqueur.
Ew. Oh, gross. Bailey's. How about
Right?
that?
Oh, I don't mind, but you can't. Oh, yeah, you can't drink
On a hot
Baileys.
day?
No.
No.
When you need your thirst quenched, you can't pour a glass of it. You can't pour a
Do you know what
glass
is
of Baileys.
refreshing though? Peach schnapps on ice.
Oh,
You're the
God.
only person I know that still bigs up peach schnapps.
Yeah. Also, we're talking about the worst.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's another terrible drink to cough syrup would be on there? I think.
It's so gross. All right, we got one more here. Caitlin says here, does Dammit Maury ever ask Roz for advice or tips about interviewing celebrities since he does it for ET Canada?
All the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All the time. But it's not like so much advice. It's like we'll just have a discussion about what he's planning on doing and then what's best for the show.
I
and
usually
stuff
ask,
like that.
I'm planning on doing this. I want to make sure I don't miss anything.
Also, there are times where somebody will have rules or somebody would have been difficult in the past
Mm-hmm.
or, things to avoid. Like that kind of thing. We'll talk about that. Whenever it comes
Mm-hmm.
up, I think we'll do that. Like, just sort of give them a warning or tell them where to go because I would have interviewed. Because a lot of times what'll wind up happening is when somebody's doing a press day, I will, for ET Canada, interview them sometimes a day before Maury will for this show. And so I sort of know, what they'll react to and what they won't. So it's good to have that.
Then there are times where I don't have a chance to talk to you, and then we get things like when I interviewed Angelina Jolie and asked her about baseball.
Right. Yes. When you get that one question, right? But yeah, no, we do. But I think that we just talk about all that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't think it's necessarily anything that is ever pre-planned or mandated, but we just always have those conversations.
Hit us up on Instagram at Kiss925. That is where you'll find a picture that reads Ask Roz and Mocha. We do it a couple times a week where we put that posting up there. So you can go through the questions. You can ask your question, and maybe we'll pick one of you to join us on a future episode. But thank you for listening. This has been the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Thanks for listening to the Roz and Mocha Show podcast.
Catch the guys live
Weekday mornings from 6 to 10.
on Kiss 92.5
Kiss925.com.
or download the Kiss 92.5 app.